Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and back at it again. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream. This is NXT. Tonight, we got a stacked card ahead of us and so much to get into. A big day in NXT history, which we will talk about tonight. Plus, we'll get into all the action, all the reaction coming off the heels of Halloween Havoc. We will see what is in store for us. We'll talk about new TV deals and a whole bunch of rumors and what it all means. Don't go anywhere, folks. Grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, the channel that just does it better than everyone else, the channel that just does it more than everybody else. Back at it again, and we are rolling through NXT tonight. It's going to be a fun one. Myself and that pretty face got all the reaction and action for you. So make sure you get in that chat. Make sure you click all our likes and subscribes and all those buttons below. Be a part of the family. Do not miss a minute, folks. But as always, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, and that is Big Fluffy Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and we're moving on up to the east side.
Right.
NXT.
NXT, the big news of the day as they sign a deal with the CW network for 5 years, starting October 2024. And I think the biggest surprise of this story is the fact that it's just NXT finding a home on CW, who we knew were perusing for some wrestling, and they found it.
Yeah.
Twice.
Billy Corgan, boy, howdy, did you up? And we even, I think, both pointed that out on air when we were watching that segment happen. We're like, oh, you just announced you signed with CW, you screwed yourself. But yeah, like you said, we were talking before we went live. It's super interesting, and it shows that they've established NXT as a third brand, that its meter rights are alone. I thought especially that they were going to keep them paired together with Monday Night Raw, and that's why they were really bigging up NXT. But that they moved those media rights on their own, it's a third brand now. It's not a developmental, it's a third brand.
Yeah, I mean, it does make it a lot more interesting as far as what they do. You know, they're going to want to represent themselves well on CW. They're going to want to have a presence. They're going to want to not just be the development program. I think there's going to be a huge shift from what we're currently getting programming-wise? Probably not. But they might be looking for more talent like a Julia, and some of the other free agents out there to take up some time and be noteworthy for this company. As we're opening the show with Akira, Tozawa, and the whole Alpha is here.
The new R-Truth, Akira Tozawa, is coming out right now. And I saw Bash, I think he asked, why is Tozawa's lips so red? That's his mouth guard in the little picture underneath me there.
That's the last night we had the battle of the mouth guards between him and Shinsuke.
Oh, swap and spit. But yeah, so we've got Tozawa coming out right now. I'm trying to remember if they have a card that match pulled up.
Yeah, so we got
so we're getting him versus Noam Dar for the NXT Heritage Cup.
Yes, and he's surrounded with the Alpha Academy. Maxine, Gable, and Otis are all in the house. And I will say, this group as a foursome have been having a lot of fun, not just on TV, but also on social media. They're doing everything they can to generate a buzz, make them exciting, make them fun. And I mean, arguably, they've done pretty well at establishing themselves as a usable talent on the product.
It's gotten over, and it's so interesting because I was the one championing for Chad Gable to be the one that defeats Gunther, and now he's in a comedy shtick. But it works. It works.
Mm-hmm. And here is the other foursome that will be involved in this mess tonight, as Metaphor is coming to the ring.
Do you think this leads to Metaphor ending up on Monday Night Raw because this feud carries up into the main roster?
Maybe. I mean, it depends on how high they are on them, but it could also mean Alpha Academy spending a little more time down here. Again, we just talked about the idea that they're going to want to, I mean, we got a year to go, so it's not a big panic, but you're going to want to keep those numbers impressive and continue to establish NXT as a place to go. Arguably over the last 4 months, 3 months, Nick, maybe longer, maybe the most consistent wrestling show we get.
I would argue the best weekly wrestling television program is NXT.
There you go. I know some people are going to want to debate that, but I mean, it's hard to argue week in and week out. I mean, there's not a whole lot of lull to it. There's not a whole lot of boredom. I mean, you might not love everything you get, but it moves, and it's built around the matches. We get quality matches on Tuesdays.
Oh, absolutely. We've still got even like the whole Carmelo and Trick story, which we're going to get those two coming face to face tonight as well. But I think what final point before the match starts is I think we just got ding here is we're in round 1, 257, 256. If you're the CW and you have the choice between NWA Power and NXT you're taking every day and twice on Sunday.
Well, that's the thing. If you were going to pay X amount of dollars, now I don't know what the exact number is, so I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot here.
Right.
But if you pay X amount of dollars to get an NWA weekly wrestling show plus an NWA all access show, and then you kind of sour on that idea for obvious reasons, and you find out you can get NXT on your programming for probably around the same, a little bit of a bump up in money, but a better product, a bigger company, a bigger name. Yeah, you're going to jump all over that.
Yeah, this is your splash into being a sports network or having that kind of content on your channel instead of, I don't want to wait for my life to be over.
And I know we talked about that. That's the first thing you think of is the Dawson. When you talk
the
about
Dawson, the Supernatural, the Arrow, the Flash, all that.
But again, at the end of the day, I know they've made a bit of a shift. They've brought in golf, they've brought in college football, they've brought in was it soccer was the other one? I don't know. They brought in, but they are going more sports heavy. And I think one of the benefits of the CW network is it's available across the board to a lot of people. Even if you have just antenna, you can find the CW network, or you can watch the shows for free on their app, which is a benefit. So access is going to be good with the CW network. It's not going to be a step back.
Fair enough. I know we talked about that before we were live, and I wasn't aware of how broad it was out there.
They're trying. And remember, Warner, like what we talked about, Warner Brothers, Discovery, whatever, has 12.5% ownership in C-Dubs. So technically we got some brotherly love going on between Dubs and
hey Tony, I'm in the Warner Discovery business.
So hey, how long before Vince is sitting in a room with Warner exec saying, our show,
I don't know, because we can talk about a whole other thing that came out with this story in the commercial break here.
All right, so Ari, then let's go Ari. Let's I see what you're doing with AEW, but we could probably get you more ratings. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Monday Night Raw goes to Wednesdays.
I'm all for it. If I can't get, wait, what's going on here? Oh, Tozawa being distracted. How does he get distracted by the trophy during the match for the trophy?
Right, I thought he was getting distracted by Jakara Jackson as I saw C-Money say, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
Oh, back body drop on the floor outside the ring, folks. And if you want to make a prediction on this match, get it in, get it in, get it in, get it in.
Yeah, those are my cookies. Put them down. Yeah. But I will remind everybody, as I know the chat's been filling up, Dale, Victor, C-Money, Chris, Mike, AB, everybody will click on you at some point. But we do have the super chats, the super stickers as well. If you want to make sure that you get your comment read, especially when it's a news-heavy day around NXT tonight.
Yeah, who would have thunk it?
He's got a bottle of Noam secret stuff. This man's trying to steal my recipe.
Right?
He does. He's got the the old MJ Space Jam squirt bottle. So we're in round 2 right now.
Yeah, the funny little features as we head into round 2, like you said.
What?
Oh, the funny little features like the water bottle.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a feature on this, where if you do a certain hand sign or whatever, balloons start popping up and everything.
Well,
I was waiting for something else to move on the screen.
I sat here vitamined up talking to you of like, dude, did we get hacked? Somebody's making balloons happen. And it turns out my ass was making the balloons.
The most polite hacker ever. We're not going to do anything except give him some balloons.
He'll appreciate some balloons.
Right, as we're again, we've got everybody in the ring. That's a weird spot to go to commercial break, but I think this is going to end up being 8-person tag match at some
No
point.
way. No way.
At some point, I'm not saying today. I'm saying at
Okay.
some point down the road here. We're building faction warfare.
Faction warfare.
But we are in commercial break, so do we want to talk about the Vince thing and how he might not be having too many board meetings anymore with TKO if things keep going the way they're going?
They're trying to keep him away from the secretaries.
As they should.
Paralegals. You can't have any, Vince.
Well, they did have to address that. I can't remember. It was on the same.
Yeah,
the SEC filings and everything.
Yes. Zac Efron saying that shit.
Right.
I deal with
I think going to college football. But McMahon's membership on our board could expose us to negative publicity and have other adverse financial and operational impacts on our business. His membership may result in additional scrutiny or otherwise exacerbate the other risks described herein. Any of these outcomes could directly or indirectly have adverse financial and operational impacts on our business.
Amen.
The man sold the company, and they might be pushing him out the fucking door before the fucking ink's dry.
You and I talked about this, Nick. Did this man, Ted Turner himself, did he think I made all the money? And then all of a sudden they were like, we got lawyers and we got more members on this board than you had on your board. So let's play ball. And again, at the end of the day, it's all about the shareholders and their dividends. And whatever's going to maximize profit is best for business. Vince, you might not be it. You might be a shadow partner sitting at home playing with your twig and berry before the end of the month.
Just twirling your mustache.
Right.
But yeah, 100% of the minute those allegations and everything came out and he stepped down and everything, he should have just stayed the fuck away, because then he came back and wanted to sell the company because at least I'm going to get something out of it. And
again,
thought he could work himself back into a position. This man thought he was going to come out scot-free, just go home, take some time off, come back and be fine.
Oh, just blow over like everything else has in his career of like, I'll just stay home for a while and people will forget. Not in 2023 and not now. And I mean, again, we've seen it over the years, you and I covering these shows together. You know, Vince McMahon's presence was a catalyst for people to hate the product. You remove Vince McMahon, then, you know, a whole bunch of people who hated the product now have to change their tune. And I know there's still a bulk of the fans that kind of go, well, WWE always does blank. Well, this WWE with Triple H doesn't always do anything. We're trying to figure out what there always is now.
Very true, especially with, again, we mentioned her earlier, of potentially trying to sign Julia and everything. That's not a Vince McMahon move at all. I still remember going back to where we were literally like breaking down Raws of like, was that a Vince segment? Was that a Hunter segment? Now it's all Hunter.
All Hunter. And again, I think a lot of
taken to the moon.
Yeah, I think a lot of these strategic moves, like we saw when, you know, there was rumblings about an AEW and a billionaire that doesn't blink that might buy, open a company. You saw Triple H run out and then sign up everybody he could. I think very much the same tactics are going to happen now. Oh, Julia's a nice new star. Let's see if we can sign her up. We can offer a bigger opportunity than they can. Let's see if it works. And they might not get everybody. They didn't get Jay White, but that's a Triple H tactic to me.
Oh, I thought Tozawa was actually busted open, but so Noam's up 1-0, but he ended the round and still kept going with the north to south elbows. That should be a no contest. John Jones, Matt Hamill.
Now, this is a really weird way to come back from commercial, to be honest. To get back from commercial break in the middle of whatever the fuck was going on.
You literally got the fall as we came back from break.
There we go. Let's quickly, while we're in between rounds, Alexis, good to see Damien, C Money, Clay, Haseen.
I was going to say,
Chambers,
this is going to be rapid fire.
Jobson, not the champ. Easy Bake, Bash, Richard Jr., Boston, even though we don't agree on certain things. Dale, Ronnie, TJ Hook, Chris Arcane. I think I said Ronnie, Brandon, Jordan, Swami, Victor, Bobby,
Mike, Kyle, Jobson, Curtis, and sorry for being tardy, late to the party, but NXT over under number of commercial breaks 8. Well, we're already 1 in, so And then Real saying we might debate whether NXT is still relevant without Cena and Taker. I don't think that's a debate at all at this point, sir. I think that's just being a negative Nancy to be a negative Nancy.
Debate. I mean, it was doing
They've
good
still
numbers.
outdrawn Dynamite if we're going to go that way. Without that, they're just signed a huge TV deal. So I think if there is a day to try and make that argument, today is not that day, my guy.
Today is not that day. And again, Cena showed up, for a segment. Tope! Undertaker showed
distracted by the fucking trophy.
Right? Teased but not advertised at the end of a show. I don't think for the life of me that, we saw a bit of an uptick that week. But again, the week after, they beat him in the numbers. The week before, they beat him in the numbers. NXT is relevant. And this 5-year contract will allow NXT to stand on its own and continue to be relevant.
Tozawa's got an ankle lock.
Tap!
I was going to say, Noam might not be standing on his own after this here.
Tap!
He tapped. Tied up. In round 4, we are tied up.
All tied up, all squared.
Punk is in the devil mask. It was all a work, and Tony does not fear for his life. If that's the case, then that man is fucking Rain Man when it comes to booking.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Definitely must be Punk. Definitely must be Punk.
The only way I could see this being facts is that Punk got hurt and said to Tony, I can't wrestle at All Out. And they said, here's the plan. I'm going to fire you. When you're healthy, you come back, and we'll bring you back in. People will lose their mind. Now, nothing in AEW's history makes me believe they have that type of wherewithal or foresight or booking intelligence. Two. Good match. Picked up in a hurry.
Because I will fire up with the Saito suplex there.
I'm getting flashbacks to 205.
I feel like we've said that a good bit, especially around the Heritage Cup.
Amen, brother.
But yeah, I know people have heard of the Immaculate Reception. If Punk is the devil behind that mask, it's the immaculate booking of. There is no way I feel that Tony Khan could pull that off. And if he does, I will be the first one to come on here and do an apology video to Tony Khan.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'd be right there with you eating the crow all day long because, it would be the biggest coup ever. But I can't imagine you would say, you know what, I got this plan. You're going to pretend to beat up Jack Perry, and then you're not going to be in Chicago. Like, that is, like, there's no way.
Is he anti-Vincing himself instead of being this big steroided badass who's just, you've got no chance in hell? He's the quivering, sniffling heel who feared for his life.
What a beautiful
on a bridging suplex. Wow.
Beautiful. Down to it. How do you bend your legs like that and not use them anymore?
Right. Rolls through the knee bar. This man's gonna belly to back suplex. Yeah, no, he's turned himself into the man that fears for his life instead of the man that, God damn it, Austin, you've got no chance in hell.
Mm-hmm. No, you're not wrong. Babe, it'd be really crazy if you pulled them from a show, a pay-per-view. You'd almost have grounds to get your money back from
They
AEW.
have 47 shows a year in Chicago. If you don't catch him this time, he'll be back on the next one.
Oh, Lash Legend saving Noam.
And Alpha Academy caught up. Step up Inzaguri. 1, 2, 3.
Noam Dar retains.
What a hell of a match. Good on you.
That was a fun match. I can't say much about it. But
Tozawa works in NXT in this division.
I think everybody involved in this segment is NXT stamped on their forehead. Even the other.
We'll take the Creeds, and you get the Alpha Academy. We get the serious wrestlers. You get the pink leotards.
Yeah, deal. No, I think that's perfect. But yeah, a good match. It ramped up really, really good energy. Tozawa's super impressive. How he bends his legs like that. Even on the finisher here, he just buckles his legs. Like, look at him. How don't
that
you pop
selling
it?
on the enziguri, that man just literally went flat out.
Yeah.
Like he fucking fell like a video game character. Just that man kind of halfway defied physics.
Mensah giving it
Maxine stepping it up to
Tozawa.
Aura. Oh,
slap.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
Boom. What did the Gable say to the mat? Splat.
Ooh, I like that.
Speaking of splat.
Yeah, definitely splat after OTs. Noam pretended to puke in the cup because he couldn't bear to see it.
Right. And this
I
helps
need
get
Otis
metaphor
versus Jensen in a mullet off.
Jesus. Let's go. I will watch college football. I will watch wrestling.
Clay just, at least he watches us. He just always comes in and tells us what other things he's watching besides wrestling.
Welcome to election day. Where? I ain't electing shit.
In the U.S.
Is it? Where y'all electing?
I think this is like your local kind of elections, like
okay.
Like that around then. Yeah.
Pardon my kid. Oh, hey, Mick Foley.
My wife's favorite wrestler.
I was about to say Nick's wife's best friend.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
So he's the one that's setting up the Iron Survivor Challenge matches, qualifying matches for Deadline. And this man literally looks like he just woke up. Like, Mick, you couldn't even comb your hair a little bit.
He woke up 3.5 minutes ago, my guy.
He did a cameo for this. This is a cameo. This isn't even a fucking video record for them. So we're getting Tiffany versus Fallon Henley.
Qualifier.
Yeah, but if she couldn't even compete at Halloween Havoc, she's going to be good to go like a week later after her knee's been torn apart.
Yes.
Foley's matchmaker, TNA. Foley.
Listen, there's a list of things.
Bachelor for Aura, yes, spot. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't instantly think TNA when I think Mick Foley. Sorry for that one.
I think more. They're fighting right above us, folks. By God. Will someone stop the damn match? And we're getting Tyler Bate versus Dijak. Yeah, do it. Mick Foley, you're doing me right now. I know I got all upset because he ended up meeting my wife while she was at work while I was on stream and everything like that.
Who's that?
Valkyria and
some lady from a TV series is talking to the new champ who's on her way out.
Even her outfit with the belt has like feathery shit on it. She's literally Bird Lady. There's Catwoman and there's Bird Lady.
I gotta try. I mean, I know we joked, but she hasn't.
I'm a peacock, and you gotta let me fly.
We haven't really let her get over yet, but we'll see. What's up, Chambers? By the way, and
I was gonna say, Foley doing me right with Tiffany, the Epiphany on tonight, as well as the Dijakinator.
Right? No, that's it. So Tiffany and Dijak set to go. And they would both be my picks. I'm assuming you're going to pick both as well.
Yeah, just a little bit. Don't just take them just so I have to go against them just to be difficult.
And I feel like Cora Jade's on the verge of coming back. Man, does some time away make her like she looks like a different woman for multiple reasons.
Fair enough. I know there's the whole saying as we're in commercial break number 2, I believe, 2 or 3.
3.
2. 3, my lord, 3. But I know there's the whole absence makes the heart grow fonder. Has anyone really missed Cora Jade not being on NXT?
I guarantee you,
respectfully.
Somebody in the chat's going to pop up. I have.
Yeah, screw you.
We liked her when she was Skater Girl. What are you going to like? What are you going to think of her as Mandy Jr.?
She was a Skater Girl. We said, see you later, girl.
I'll be back after the boobs.
They don't stop.
What did Dale say? Just rumors. I want to see what rumors are. Monday Night Raw could be moving to TNT or TBS. Yeah, that's some. I got no substantial reporting on verifying either one of those at this moment.
Yeah, I don't even want to try and touch that with a 10-foot pole. If that happens, nail on the fucking coffin.
Could you imagine? No, I don't know what the running
have
deal.
A meltdown amongst Twitter. Twitter would fucking go down.
WWE just took TNT away because they're afraid.
That would be a fucking tweet. That would be a 100% a tweet, and that's from like I love Darby Allin 6969.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. Maybe the fact checkers out there, while we're sitting here live talking to everybody, does anyone know what the standing deal is with TNT TBS between AEW? Like, is it up next year? Is it 2 years?
No, I believe it's actually up. Well, they're
Or until
in
Tony stops
discussion.
paying them?
Yeah, like if you go to Jaguar Stadium and everything, but Direct TV just can't hand it. But no, I think they are in at least discussions. I don't know if it's exactly up, but I remember reading, I think it was like a
That
week
they
or two
didn't want to
ago,
renew, right?
or that they hadn't reached an agreement. So I don't know if it's up or if they're trying to negotiate stuff or anything like that.
See, this is why the clickbaity shit works, because right now my ears are perked up like, what if? I mean, what if? I mean, what a fucking seismic shift. And USA Network picks up Dynamite.
The name on the contract does say Khan, but it's Nick Khan. That's what that would be the exact moment. That would be the exact same thing of finding out live on a Monday Night Nitro that Shane McMahon has bought in WCW. It wouldn't be, I guess, maybe as equivalent to the extent of that he didn't buy the fucking company.
Yeah.
But boy, howdy.
It would be,
you wanted to play the game. Well, the game went to your front doorstep and said, ding dong, motherfucker.
The new face of TNT Wrestling. What?
We are TNT.
What's up, Kev? What's up, Steve G? Sorry, there was a good question. What's the likelihood that the WWE land Osprey? I've been thinking about this a lot.
Oh, as I've got Lola Vice and God damn, all right. I know now why you like Elektra Lopez. She's out here just in a full MJF scarf outfit, looking like a.
I'm still.
You're fine. Yeah. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. Yeah. I'm still.
And it just, this is, I said this before about Elektra. To me, I feel like Elektra should, and I know what happened with Zelina Vega, and I supported that at the time, but she looks older, more like she looks more mature. I know you're not supposed to say that about a lady, but she just looks like a woman hanging around with younger talent. Like she looks, I don't know, just to me, she's got a more refined look already.
Oh, absolutely. But I do think she works respect to her in-ring game and everything like that. I think she works a little bit better as a manager in that kind of role. Like
maybe
her as a manager, been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Which is though why initially I was like, wait, why the fuck did we get rid of her with LWO and Phantasm and all of that for Zelina?
Okay, so that was a little bit of the that was a little bit of the medicine you got to swallow sometimes here at NXT coverage.
Just a spoonful of bullshit helps the NXT go down. The NXT go down.
But here comes Lyra Valkyria. I guess she won the belt. I'm gonna finally say her name kind of proper. I mean,
Kaka.
I mean,
bro, like I said, even her outfit now has feathery shit on it.
The bird lady shocked the world, and look at the people trying to do her Vogue.
Strike the pose. Trevor, what up? Easy Bake, what up? Black Adam, what up? Curtis. Well, it's funny because I know we had a bunch of the Irish lads on for our interviews, especially when we were first starting interviews and everything like that. We got to follow back up with those guys. But Lyra is from that same academy over in Ireland that those lads were from and everything like that. So it's just funny to see how Becky's from there. Like it's funny to see how small and still big the wrestling world really is.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you not entertained?
That's
100% what she just did.
I'm Aurelius Maximus.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
There you go.
Father to a murdered crow, husband to a murdered raven, and I will have my cacaw in this life or the next.
Pause. You keep your cacaw to yourself. Nick and KJ, did you see where Mandy Rose agreed with a fan of her having a match between her and Trish Stratus? I'll take it. Do it.
Oh, it's time to rock and roll.
Let's go.
Right? Is it? Is that going to be on the show, or is that going to be like on only Smart?
Yeah, we got to go click the link.
All right. Do I have to? Am I going to get a virus trying to watch that match?
Yeah. And again, it might be worth it. I'm not going to lie. Not bad. Okay. I'm trying to get behind this lady.
She's doing that weird thing. She like raises her voice and starts to yell at the end of every line of her promo.
Is that right?
And we show what they had a women's title match about.
Go and be passionate.
Well, right. She's doing the coach speech in the locker room. We're gonna get out there on the field and we're gonna run through.
This could be a possibility, but if Jade shows up, the Bird Lady's about to,
No, we're getting Xia Li, Dirty Lee, Xia Li
coming out of the crowd. Xia just popping up everywhere lately. So, Jade and Xia Li versus Becky and Bird Lady.
Oh, no.
Nah.
Survey says no.
Don't do it. But remember, Xia Li cost Becky a chance last night, so to speak. Now she's here, so Xia Li for NXT champion. I'm all for it.
I mean, granted, they tried to do the knockout spot with her and Candice, which go and check out Stevie Richards' video on the breakdown of that whole thing, because even us live watching that was a kerfuffle and a half. But they're building up Xia Li to be this, badass again, and actually this kind of secret threat. I am Ninja in the night.
She should be. Should be.
She took the fucking Ronda eye black shit that her and Shayna do and just combined that with like demolition, and it's just kind of gone too much, though, I think.
Okay, this is kind of falling a little flat right now.
Oh,
security guard got booted.
That man popped up like a goddamn seal.
Listen, that sounded like a potato. I don't care what anyone says. He might have actually got clipped.
Cup of potato. That shit looked clean. Like that was straight to temple. That was heel to temple. But even then, that man sat there and fucking salmon out of that spot. Or Namaste with Tyler Bate.
Zen, if you will. I call it vitamins.
Vitamins, right? in the U.S. or in the North America, we call it vitamins. Savage, what up, my guy? Tiffany, what up?
Speaking of epiphanies,
right? Facts. I didn't even put that 2 and 2 together. I like Xia Li attacking everyone.
Me too.
Yes, no Cora J. NXT security needs a raise.
That man took a boot, but I like the fact that there was actually security. Like, she didn't just get to jump over the guardrail and do whatever she wanted. Security followed her into the ring like, hey, you're not supposed to be here.
Is she that intimidating, respectfully? That they couldn't have just like, I'm going to just snatch you up by the waist and we're done here. We're not going this way.
I don't know if anyone follows Xia on social. I'm sure you do, Nick, but I mean, she's jacked.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I do, because we take vested interest in wrestling. What does that mean?
I see you.
I pause on all of it.
Right. Strike that from the record.
NXT needs a raise. The future wrestlers has the security always.
You could probably, honestly, at this point, make a WrestleMania card out of people who have been security.
Tiffany Stratton is in the house. We get the walk by. I see you.
Right, but I like that though. That it's the little nuances. You get that little interaction every now and then of like, I see you, bitch.
Dude, her entrance is gonna be fucking outstanding on the main roster. It's very got the Eminem vibe.
Her at a premium live event.
Yeah.
That entrance is gonna. I don't want to go fully saying a WrestleMania or anything like that yet, but a premium live event, 100%. A Saudi show. Oh yeah. You got the Saudi Sim Squad twice that night.
Right. Picking Stratton. Folks, we have gone to what feels like our 4th commercial break. And we are still rolling along here. So we're not very long into the show. Lots of commercials. I'm going to go over that age.
Yeah. Well, Average line seems about 9-10.
Right. But yeah, we're rolling through this one. Tiffany Stratton coming up next against Fallon Henley for their spot in the Iron Elimination.
The Iron Lung.
The Iron Lung. Now, this will be the second time we get this gimmick match. How are we feeling?
Do you think it's a gimmick match, or is it a gimmick because the most notable thing of Fallon Henley outside of hanging out with Bar Rescue is dressing up as Tiffany Stratton?
Fair enough. But yeah, no, very much I'm curious what people think of this particular gimmick match. A penalty box, if you get pinned.
Oh, I forgot that's shit for Deadline. Oh my God.
Get your head out of Tiffany.
I don't even want to touch talking about Tiffany and boxes and everything like that. I'm going to get in trouble all sorts of ways. But I forgot that that's the whole stipulation that they add with that. Shit. It's not a great one. It's unique, but not a great one.
I thought last year's wasn't bad. I thought it went quick. Right? Like the last person, it's an interesting concept. It's like a weird elimination gauntlet match with
the hat on
a hat, penalty box. Yeah, a little bit, but we'll see how it goes this year. Last year was the first one, so I don't know. I'm curious what the fans think. Tyler Bate gimmick is not good right now. Why not?
You must not find your inner peace to appreciate.
Yeah, right. Where's your chi, my guy?
Namaste. But no, I'm even if the gimmick's not super great, like it is what it is. They're doing, the Bate Guru with him instead of the Love Guru. But he's a fucking world beater in ring.
That's it.
When he came in with Mustache Mountain, him and Trent Seven, and when Tyler Bate or Pete Dunne, it's gone. I've been so brainwashed. I was making the point of before he was Butch, I've been so brainwashed of thinking that he's Butch.
Right.
But when they all came in together, those were all guys that 100% you thought they could have instantly fit onto the main roster and everything. That they, in ring wise, are fucking world beaters. Think about how many great matches we had between Pete Dunne and Gunther, between even Tyler Bate and Gunther.
Yeah. No, they're definitely in a different group. And I think they're just trying to give a little personality to Tyler Bate. I mean, is it the most over the top? Oh my God, I'll never forget that personality, that gimmick. Maybe not. But you give him a little flavor outside of just he's a really good wrestling guy.
Just namaste. Everybody just namaste.
Collision and Rampage low viewing numbers 344 and 288 respectively. Not respectively.
Now let's see it. That's going to be our goal coming up here in the future. Is can we do the numbers that Rampage and Collision do?
That's our goal. Let's go.
Right. We're at this point. We'll get there about as soon as Dynamite gets to Monday Night Raw.
Right. More reminders that Elimination Chamber is going to be in Perth, Australia. This is next year.
Right. Well, we're already setting up like we talked about before. I think we did it in one of the dirt sheet debates there about how we've got the Bash in Berlin. We've got Elimination Chamber that seems to be going to France as well. So we had Backlash that was in Puerto Rico. We had Clash of the Castle. We just came off of Crown Jewel. WWE is ever expanding, and at this point, 100% international.
Yeah, and they're going big. I mean, they're going big to start the year, like 3 straight stadium shows to open the year. How do you stop the juggernaut? Oh, Tozawa's pissed off.
I was going to say, we were trying to have a serious discussion, and then now we've got Tozawa out here talking about, like, the boo-boos.
Oh, my Lord. Wait.
Street rat, riff raff. I don't buy that. Fucking Gulak Dempsey, who he constantly looks like a spray tan, like member of Monty Python.
He 100% looks. I mean, the spray tan seems relatively new. It doesn't suit him very well. We know you're an actual piece of chalk under there. Now, I can't remember. Aaron Bourne, something Bourne. I know it's not.
Aragorn, are we starting to quote Lord of the Rings here?
What's the other kid's name? I haven't seen him in a hot minute.
That's D'Angelo, isn't it?
Well, we got Damian Kemp, and then we got the kid that's only had a couple matches.
Yeah, god damn it. I thought he was Dimes there for a minute. I forgot he was on AWs. We got a Shoosh, we got Damon Kemp. God damn.
It's not
anyone can help us know who generic Caucasian creator wrestler number 3 is on NXT right now.
Oh. Gulak versus Otis. And the crowd is chanting Otis.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, see, you know what? These guys are good in NXT. Because the gimmick they're running doesn't seem to be getting in the way.
To use his discretion.
Does this guy?
As Ava walking into HBK's office, we're gonna subtly slip that in the background. I completely missed what the fuck that ref was talking about, because
apparently he's supposed to use his discretion when it comes to the main event tonight between Wagner
so he'll be like an NFL official and just be out there with like the 3-blind mice and everything.
Well, we're not giving him a walking stick and black glasses, but yeah.
I mean, they might as well.
That's what I think that's code for. Fallon. Man, some of the names on this fucking show break my tongue every week. Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. The best part is I grew up with a kid named Fallon. So Fallon, Henley.
Who names your kid Fallon?
I don't know.
Well, respectfully, even with this. Would you like a falcon?
We will take your predictions. Who's going to be in the Iron Survivor Challenge?
Let's go, Tiffy. Let's go. That was probably not the best choice to do right there. But let's go, Tiffy.
My guy. A British strong style reforms. I think British strong style reforms. Now that Sheamus is out with injury, Tyler Bate call up. I still think there's something brewing with NXT Europe. So hold on tight for that, guys.
That could be the linchpin to signing Will Ospreay.
It really could be.
As Fallon with a single leg Boston Crab.
Mm-hmm. Well, with Ospreay, I saw an interview where, the clip that was going around today where he was talking about how cool All In was, right? But he's been there. He's done it. What haven't you done? Well, I haven't done a WrestleMania. I haven't done, I haven't been the face of a company. Like, it's interesting.
But he still does know what he's doing. And it's still great for me to see now that we've gotten pro wrestling to the point to where it's like in NFL, the MLB, NHL, or whatever, to where you see guys that they just have to do a tweet with an emoji, quote tweeting, like Seth Rollins talking about how he's, just retained and crown jewel. And that'll set Twitter a fucking blaze of, see, that means he's coming. See?
Fallon is okay. Sorry.
No, 100%. I don't know if there was one that I would say would be the front runner out of WWE or AEW. I think it's pretty safe to say he's leaving New Japan.
Yeah, I think that's done. I think there's too much opportunity and money elsewhere.
I think Ospreay respectfully might be at this point of he knows what he's still got left in the tank and what I put my body through. So I'd like to cash in on that. I can still go and I'm still going to be the best, but I'd like to get paid and compensated for the shit that I do.
Yeah, I think the one thing for going well for Tony Khan outside of being able to offer a lot of money is we'll sign you. You have to do 6 to 10 dates for AEW. And the rest of the year, you can fuck around and do whatever you want.
The not having to relocate to the U.S. thing is an advantage. I will say that for AEW.
Yeah. If Ospreay can fly in and live in the U.S. for 2 months and then leave again.
Wait, is he like Gunther? He's got to be 6 months. 6 months.
Well, you're just visiting, right? You're on a work visa.
Yeah, work visa. But then we've seen AEW's had issues with the visas.
Right, Phoenix?
AR Fox, Jamie Haver, I'm looking at you.
Ava Rain sneaking into HBK's office. Ava Rain has been quiet. Ava Rain's been a mystery. We saw her with Paul Heyman, and now she's talking to Sean.
Evolution is a mystery.
That's what she should start her own faction. Evolution.
Oh, that sounds more like an avalanche instead of an evolution.
Well, don't call it ovulation. Hello, Ronnie. What's up, Steve? Do you think with a stacked rating tomorrow night? Do you think with AEW stacked rating tomorrow?
I guess he's asking with the card that we have
Yeah.
for AEW tomorrow with like Samoa
Is
Joe
it
versus
stacked?
Keith Lee for the
2 title
TNT
matches.
Championship. I think that's pretty solid. MJF versus Daniel Garcia, I think might be a sleeper.
It will be a good match.
It should be a decent match.
Yeah.
Because the average collective age of the match is under, senior citizenship. So I think it'll be good.
The main event, street fight. I have a lot of issues with this street fight.
Remind me of what that one is, because the most.
Oh, sorry, Nick. 8-man tag. Jericho, the Golden Lovers, and the Big Show taking on. Who's on the other side of this?
I don't know, but this is the match I was thinking of. The one that's brought to you by Sega.
Against the Embassy, against Hobbs or the Callis family.
Fair enough. But I do like that name as a faction of the Callis family, as we've even kind of got the Righteous with Jake Roberts, which I kind of like.
That's very interesting.
Yes, but I still find it just, even besides the fact of that whole match, I think it's so funny that Sega's going to be like the official sponsor of that match. Like, y'all couldn't even make the game. Like, the game still sucks. But you got the guys who made Sonic out here sponsoring a match. Like, get them to fucking make your game, bitch.
Yeah, dude.
But it's
how is it a match with Chris Jericho and the Big Show has a Sonic theme? The least 2 mobile dudes in the company.
Gotta go fast.
Right?
You gotta because you gotta watch that match and fast forward to make it work.
Beep, beep. Wait, that's the Roadrunner. Anyway, the point is, yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that's the main event. There's no way they're doing a street fight earlier in the show. But
yes, they will. Yes, they fucking will.
That'll open the show with a street fight?
Bro, how many times have they pretty much opened the show with what we thought was going to be the main event?
No, it's going to be heartbreaking. I think they open the show with MJF versus Garcia. They tear the house down, and it may shit on a lot of the rest of the show. That's my concern.
The only other match that I hope it doesn't shit on, and I'm actually excited for, and
Lee and Joe.
Really see Lee and Joe, because I think Keith Lee could win, and I think we're starting to get, we're finally getting back to, granted, it's still a bit Fraser Crane, Keith Lee, but still we're getting back to don't you forget about Keith, the Keith Lee that we got in NXT.
Yeah, well, that's it. And you know what Keith Lee did a lot of when he was in NXT? He wrestled. I don't remember, like, do you remember that Keith Lee?
Yeah, you remember a lot of the promos of Keith Lee in NXT?
Yeah.
Because I don't.
But when he got in that ring, he was a big man. You had him tear the place down time and time again with Dijak. Goes up, dominates Survivor Series. Like, let him be that guy.
Yeah, you had the replays of the fucking Pouncey hit on Adam Cole, but you didn't have, big moments to where he's cutting a big theatrical, dramatic promo.
Here I come to
save the day. Yeah, he's definitely not Mighty Mouse.
Right.
More like Hefty Mouse.
Picking Stratton.
Tonight we are getting Otis and Gulak, by the way.
Yes.
But backslide for a 2 count. Oh, that's a good camera shot. Thank you, Kevin Dunn. Sorry.
Not at all. Ava Sneaker got that one. Drew Gulak tonight. We got that one. Sup. I really wish I don't want to mispronounce Safit.
We'll go ahead.
If I'm fucking it up, let me know, because I don't mind fucking up the wrestlers' names, but I don't want to do that.
Fair enough. Respectfully. We want to be respectful.
What's up?
Oh,
Jake?
That's first of like I just got you in like this carry, and I'm gonna just run you and dump you on the outside.
Yeet.
Mid rope, like not over the top.
That move should just be called yeet. Like
that is a yeet. Every time you hit that move, you gotta just have Jey Uso on a soundboard of just yeet.
Bending.
Well,
Oh,
someone put Jericho and Big Show as Sonic and Knuckles. No, you gotta do Tails.
yo, I'll see what I can do if I'm feeling up to it. I might try and throw that
Tony
on.
Khan as Dr. Robotnik.
Tony Khan is Robotnik.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do, peeps.
Bro.
I'll see what I can do, peeps.
No, you just gotta say actually, best thing, if you could do the lettering, the Sega lettering
As
of
AEW.
AEW.
You're asking a lot. We'll see what I can do.
Listen, I'm just out here hoping on a wish and a prayer here.
I've been dabbling a little more with coming up with some memes and such. So as I'm trying to carve out some free time and add to the content. So we'll see if I can pull off a Sonic for everybody. That's funny as shit.
Gotta go fast.
You know the what movie is it? Is it the snail that just like it's trying to run away, but it's like, yeah, but the snail's not going anywhere?
Yeah.
That's the Big Show.
Like, facts. Captain Insano shows no mercy. Well,
yeah.
Captain Insano should be in an infirmary.
And now we observe the giant sloth.
we observe the giant Big Show gracefully striding slowly to the ring.
Big face.
One, two go.
Those. Julia Hart wrestling on her birthday tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite. So there's a dub for Julia.
Well, she's at least she's providing the birthday cake.
Is she? She brought her own cake. Is she
right.
fighting? I was actually leading there because I was like, is she fighting Willow or Sky Blue?
I think she's fighting, Sky Cake. I mean, Sky Blue.
Big moonsault miss.
Oh,
and I know we're talking a lot.
All through small package. Oh, the cap.
When you talk about quality women's wrestling, I like this match. Like, look at that cheeky move.
Prettiest moonsault ever.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
1, 2, 3.
Right.
Run from it. Hide from it. I am inevitable.
Right. When Sky Blue starts doing shit like that and is not just known for her back end, we'll have some discussions about women's
I kind of like the whole Gothy Rio kind of Scooby-Doo, where are you? I was out here Reggie.
Oh my God. Red Velvet returns tomorrow. The best thing I saw today was our buddies over at AEW Botches of like, the Botch Queen is back.
How fitting, again, we're talking about cakes and birthdays, so how fitting we get some Red Velvet as well.
Right. God, I'm a big fan of Red Velvet. I don't mean to make fun, but man, has she landed on her own face a lot of times.
Is she the Zach Evans of AEW?
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Oh, Wesley.
Oh, happy early birthday, David. Oh, because David said my birthday is Sunday. Well, we'll be here Sunday, so you can let us know then too.
Happy birthday, David. David, it's your
Lisa,
birthday.
it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa. Yeah, well, Wesley's been recently kind of mentioned or featured on Main Event. Same thing with B. Priestley there. So I wonder how much longer he's got in NXT.
That's a good question. And I mean, man, you know what? Send them up. Especially,
I don't know. I kind of feel like he fits, though. He's still got unfinished business.
And that's kind of what he said was, I couldn't leave here with my head down the way I did. But Corbin here,
we've got Baron Corbin of AK, just wear a leather jacket and you're an asshole.
He looks like every bad guy from an 80s, like,
he looks like the guy that Dijak walks up to and I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
He just gives it to him. Doesn't even fight him.
Right. Just Lester Baron Corbin crying in the fetal position. Or that gif of just the, what?
Your thoughts on WWE getting more sponsorships coming? Dude, big and plenty. And yeah, I have no... Big and plenty. Okay.
You said it. I didn't tell you to say it.
Keep in mind, they're now a part of this Endeavor umbrella. Taps them into so many partnerships that already exist that aren't theirs already. I mean, and again, we saw it when they were overseas. I mean, we're getting beer sponsors on the ring, and I mean, it's crazy times. But they're doing it's just printing money. Just print it all.
This is when Bowser gets the fucking mushroom that makes him fucking grow up. 3 sizes too big and everything. 100%. This is the fucking Colossus that just now got even more access and more reach to everything and anything.
Yeah. Braun Breaker in the back cutting a promo. Is that coming up next?
I don't know. Well, it is, but what's up with these spray tans out here in NXT of everyone looking like a rich mahogany?
You can speak to this better than I can, and it confuses me because I'm Canadian.
Are you trying to say I get spray tans? Is that what
No,
you're
not at all. I mean, you might spray on the rosy cheeks once in a while. I think you get a little blush going. But
I'm like a Disney character. I'm like a fucking dwarf here from Snow White. I got the rosy cheeks.
No, but like everyone's in Florida, yet they all have fake tans. It's confusing. Y'all are hot and sunny. Someone help me. I know Victor's from Florida. Not to out you, my guy.
Well, no, because it's more of one of those if you get, you can spray tan and you don't kind of fuck up your skin, I guess is the best way to put it.
Oh, less melanoma.
Yeah, less all of that. Everything. Okay. It's one of those of you can still always just have a tan. You just don't have to sit there and go out and sizzle like some bacon out on the fucking frying pan.
Like, did you use all my butter for the fucking tan? Like, what are you doing?
Bitch, you taking all the Crisco out here.
Right? Like, and again, what blows my mind is, and we've seen it with MJF and shit, of like, I would rather you be pasty than be fucking blotchy. Like, dude, your knuckles look like you dipped it in a can of honey on the way out here.
Well, I guess, to an extent, I mean, your guy, Triple H, 100% was king of the spray tan and everything. Yeah. Granted, he also got the, fire extinguisher tan there when he started, or the dry ice, where he's actually started burning himself and everything.
I'm a little bit red.
But when you go, there's that weird line, oddly enough, as much as this is weird to talk about in pro wrestling. But there's that weird line of spray tan if you still have a healthy glow. To sound like it's straight out of the fucking 80s. Yeah. But at the same time, there's the other one to where you just go, you full, everything's huge. We're gonna build a wall. Everything. You don't
makes me laugh, man. Like, and again, like, we can be a bit of a sun deprived country once in a while. And I mean, what kills me is you get like the guy and he's all
you get a tan because of the reflection off the snow.
I get windburn before I get a sunburn. When you get the guy who's all tanned up and then he flexes and like, dude, you forgot under your boobs. But anyway, folks, we are in another commercial break. Maybe Curtis can confirm if this is 6 or 7. We are rolling along. Why isn't Fallon Henley? Oh my God.
Fallon Henley.
He
didn't help you because he didn't spell it right.
Getting pushed. I think it's just you can't push everybody all together. She will get pushed.
I think she is. She's just not going over per se. Like, she's not going to be top, but she is still getting pushed. She's still out there with Tiffany. She's still out there with a former NXT Women's Champion. She's still in a qualifying match for a big spot on a pay-per-view. Who we could still even get out of all the losers or the people that have lost their qualifying matches. Sorry, I should have said that first. That they end up in a final elimination match to get a spot, and maybe she sneaks in on the back end. I think she is getting pushed. It's just not. She's not leading the pack.
Yeah, no, and again, the way I look at it, Nick, is tiers on the ladder, right? Rungs on the ladder. Tiffany's on a higher rung right now. Henley is working her way up. Why is that name torturing me tonight? But your buddy's on TV.
I got the Dijak. Well, no, you got sorry. Of course, you're going to tip out right here as you're saying, you guys are hot and sunny. That sounds more like Sunny dealing with vertical bars. But anytime I hear the word sunny now, regardless of Tammy Cinch, I just constantly think of Always Sunny. Kenny, I live in Arizona. I'm always 10. Good to know. Good to know. As I'm getting a video package right now for the Dijak as I'm getting, so we're getting Von Wagner versus this man just come out like a goddamn hoodlum. He's got a fucking winter cap on. Oh, he's still. Did they just cut a line into this man's hair to try and look against the scar and everything? I was waiting for this man to come out here looking like goddamn Kane initially with the mask and, Phantom of the Opera Taker. But he's still at least got the Cro-Magnon forehead here. But we've got Von Wagner versus Bron Breakker kicking off right now. So 100% give us your predictions for that. Miami 305 all day. Yes, slip inside, get loose. Victor, I got to ask, how many Hurricanes games have you been to? Or actually, I'll ask you even better, who's your favorite Hurricane since you're Miami? Big boot off the kind of counter jump awkwardly from Bron. And I still, literally, they just cut a line into this man's undercut on his hair. And that's like the scar of him getting his fucking forehead put back in place. Picking Bron. Dijak called him Twinkle Toes Tyler Bate. Yeah, going to do it to me. I guess apparently Dijak's a fan of Cornette, except he picked the wrong wrestler. Picking Bron. Someone in wrestling today should start doing Joel Gertner style promos. Joel, put your lipstick on my dipstick, Gertner. Trust me, I 100% remember Joel Gertner. That's even why I don't have the neck brace in full reach here. But even with seeing like Ronnie with that, that's always, you remembered Joel Gertner coming out here, just being that kind of super edgy promo, little Paul Heyman-y, but had the neck brace and all that. Spear! And now Bron Breakker just wailing away on Von Wagner. Got that one. Von should have been given a mask. Yeah, he come out here and just, he'll just be Kane 2.0. Which, by the way, as a huge fan of Kane, that was such a letdown when all the scars were just mental and he just had Krusty the Clown here. I mean, it was still shocking just as a child to watch. Oh my God, this man is actually going to take the mask off. Oh, is he going to be Quasimodo underneath it? But no, instead he's just Krusty the Clown, Sideshow Bob, maybe even arguably Sideshow Mel. What happened to Eddie Thorpe? He beat Dijak, then disappeared. Is he hurt? I don't know if he's hurt. I don't think he is. But that's again, they can't have everybody on every show. As we've got the Steiner recliner on Von Wagner. But so is this still the same ref that's going to be? Oh, yeah. Well, this is the ref that we had talking earlier. So we've got ref discretion. So we've got AW rules here in this match. But anything like that's the thing is, if you keep them, you can sprinkle people in here and there. All of a sudden, oh hey, we got Andy Thorpe in a match. Like, it was great seeing him have a match with Dijak, and there's nothing saying he couldn't be here in a qualifying match next week. He ain't got time to fit everybody in the card. We ain't Tony Khan. I lived in Arizona. I hope it has a farmer tan. Go Cats. Johnson, I think you just out here praising everybody, but I respect that. Oh, that's New Mexico. I was going to make a Walter White joke, but that's New Mexico. Bron Breakker for the win. As I am behind the chat. I met Bron's dad at the Utica Memorial Auditorium in upstate New York in 1993. I got his autograph. Kenny, there you go. That's incredibly specific, but also I feel kind of could have been right around my neck of the woods to an extent. Then again, you said you're from Arizona, so what the hell are you doing up in upstate New York? Unless you're just out there to meet a Steiner brother. That's back where Monday Night Raw was only an hour, but the shows were 3 hours. So 3 weeks of the same show. I was on TV 3 weeks in a row. We always got front row. Well, there you go. Shout out. I've never been in front row on a wrestling show, but especially to be back there. Well, it's got to be interesting to where you're there at a show and everything's taped, and when you'd have Monday Night Lobo, and everybody knows it. That's the thing, is what the fuck? Like, this is 100% ref's discretion of literally Booker stands up, they call it out on commentary. Robert Stone's out here getting involved. This is just literally no DQ. Always got him picked up to go through the table. Spear! Wagner trying to save Stone, but eats a spear. As the crowd's barking, like, has this kind of backfired on Von Wagner? I think this has almost gotten Bron Breakker over more as a heel. Like, he's got main roster all written all over him, and especially he's got the lovely little tribal tat. He's got 3 as he picks the 1 and 2, 3. But yeah, this man's just, if a Steiner and a Goldberg had a bastard child. As Stone hits him in the back with a steel chair. He's not selling it. As the crowd chanting, "You up," as they have to censor it. They have to censor "You up." But Kenny, I do think you are a new name, so I will remind everybody right now. I guess this is apropos, as we're getting Robert Stone just getting his ass whooped here. As good old Sam Squanch, Von Wagner popping up. Oh, he's going to powerbomb this man through the table. But that doesn't mean anything. You lost the goddamn match. I think that's just you're sending Bron Breakker up to the main roster with that. As we get an NXT chant. But 100%, folks, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this more than anybody. We do this better than anybody, 100%. Nobody covers pro wrestling like we do. We're out here even still covering Monday Night Raw, NXT, Friday Night SmackDown, Dynamite, Collision, Impact. We're going to be doing Revolver. We've got always GCW, House of Glory, all of that kicking around 100%. And we're still even starting to look back at some of the older wrestling. I know Luna's going through all of her, the WrestleMania history. We've got Anthony Luna that are literally, I think, just asking to be gluttons for punishment of trying to find the worst pro wrestling matches to watch and just suffering through it. It's Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I'm
pretty watching wrestling matches.
I'm pretty confident blindfold matches are on the horizon for the peeps.
Yeah, even if you got a blindfold on, make sure you click all them buttons, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell notification, everything like that.
Also known as an NFL ref match, if anybody's following.
Yeah, right. What is called an NFL game.
Right. Now we're going back to Trick and Carmelo.
I'm shocked that my boy retained. Bro, you can't even sound sincere in this goddamn promo. Scream murder. I don't believe you, murder.
Why would anybody root for Von Wagner? Well, I think Von's got a future. I just don't know what to make of it. He loses pretty clean and then gets table spot. So does that say face? Maybe.
I think that sends Bron to the main roster. I think that's what else does he have left to do? We got the win. He takes the spot. Where do we go? What's left?
Yeah, unless he
has runneth dry.
Yeah, I think you might be right with Bron. Oh, right. Here comes Caliente.
I'm gonna let you have this moment by yourself.
Out comes Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez, folks. Nick's gonna grab a pause for the cause, and we're still rolling through NXT here tonight. Make sure you get in the chat. Don't be shy. There you go. I think you were talking about us, but I'll take the 2 on the screen as well. So my wife just asked me to describe who Von Wagner is. He is a second-generation wrestler with multiple head injuries at this point. An injured Vaughn who was limping in physical therapy last week shouldn't have won Maybe Vaughn versus Braun in Hell in a Cell. I don't think they're going to go the Hell in the Cell route, but maybe a cage match, maybe something, at what point does Von Wagner look at Stone and say, if you weren't there, I wouldn't be having issues. That you're getting in my way. So, yeah, I don't see it being a Hell in a Cell, but something. But yeah, Braun Breaker is close to the main roster since he found his stride as a heel. I mean, you could do a lot of things with him. Even teasing the idea that he could be a Paul Heyman guy, super exciting to me. Dun, dun, dun. Fallon is way too good to be an afterthought. Yeah, I don't think she's an afterthought at this point right now, Eric. I just don't know that she's got where she's going yet. I think, again, you got to remember with developmental, with any show, I mean, sometimes we want too many people pushed. Why don't they push this person, that person? Right now, Tiffany to me is just on a higher plateau. She's a former champion. I think Fallon will get there. I think in time she will get there. I just don't believe she's quite there yet. And I think in ring, she's excellent. No, it's not. Still think Von Wagner looks like the Geico caveman. Not wrong. But I do think there's a lot of upside to Von Wagner. Don't sell him short. I think, years from now, we'll be watching a very heel Von Wagner be dominant and impressive at the main roster level. I really do. Let's go past that one. I feel your pain. Our last couple of days in June and July are over 100. Whew. Haven't had it yet. All right. I like how Lola's breakout tourney prize is a padded notepad. Well, it's a contract, I think. So do keep that in mind. The Iconics. Well, yeah, they're kind of like the Latina Iconics. Got that one. War Games. Dun dun dun. We got War Games announced last night. I'm curious how people feel about it. It's kind of expected. I expect Nick Aldis to drop his own War Games announcement next Friday, if not the Friday after. But I feel like that's brewing over on SmackDown as well. Cody Rhodes. I saw people making the joke of like Cody Rhodes in the camo paint was like, is that Stardust? People are just ruthless. But at the end of the day, I do think that it's exactly what we expected. Survivor Series War Games. How many more stars could you have in one match? I mean, it is Seth and Cody and Jay, Sammy, Damian, Finn, Dom. JD's a good guy. So, I mean, yeah, it's stacked. No comment on that one. KJ, did you see Nikita Lyons tweet on Instagram? She'll be back sooner than later. Well, Victor, as a huge fan of Nikita, I'm happy to hear that. I mean, I'd say her rookie year, her introduction to NXT has been marred with injury, not once, but twice. So I hope she's at a point where she can return. She may have to change up her move sets a little, maybe doing that split drop finish isn't good for her knees. Pause and pause and pause. But at the end of the day, I think Nikita's a talent. I think she's a star. I think she stands out. And I'm looking forward to her getting back in that ring. Beverly brother's son versus Steiner bro son. Ah, there you go. Valid. Oh, so now we're getting a package for the Brawling Brutes and Out of the Mud, OTM, which, by the way, awful. Awful. So last week, Out of the Mud talked about the mean streets they're from. Now we have the Brawling Brutes talking about their mean streets. I also matched the Red Rooster and Bob Backlund on the same show, LOL. That's when Vince McMahon, Jesse Ventura, and Macho Man Randy Savage were doing commentary for Monday night. Some of those, if you go back and watch those shows, Kenny, shout out to a fellow KJ, by the way. Some of those shows, man, the commentary was hilarious. Macho Man, Ventura, McMahon. Oh, my Lord. McMahon tried to be super straight and super serious about everything. Ventura was all over the place, and Macho Man was Macho Man. So, yeah, some classic stuff. Make Vaughn the new berserker. Yeah, I thought you could have brought him back in, Bama, with a mask or sell it a little more. All he did was get like the riffraff sidelines done vertical. You should check out Mount Lemon or Camelback Mountain. There you go. Pause and pause. But yeah, we got Roxanne Perez coming out with Kalani Jordan. We did see a bit of a confrontation in the back leading to a tag match. So I will take your predictions. If you're new here, we take a prediction for every match. We give a rating out of 10 on every show. So get in the chat. Do not be shy. Here's my issue. If you're more of an idol guy or girl, you should go to AEW because other than Lily and Mello, Ilya, I think that was supposed to say, and Mello and Dragon Lee, WWE will always choose former athletes over them. I don't think that's accurate, Eric. I really don't. I don't buy that as, yeah, I mean, you saw they put that, the time and the investment into the NIL program. But I mean, if you're a solid wrestler and you come in and you make it matter, you'll get where you need to go. I think the cream rises to the top. I mean, what was Tiffany Stratton as far as being an athlete prior to this? Solid push for Tiffany. As far as I know, she did some gymnastics, dabbled in some other things, but got bored. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how accurate that is. I think if you want to develop, if you want to learn, if you want to spend time in a second to none, performance center and development group, this is the place to do it. I mean, you talk about a lot of young athletes, and we talk about Jade. Jade signs with WWE. What does that mean? Well, for the last 6, 7, 8 weeks, we haven't seen a lot other than teases from Jade. And with that buys you time for her to be in the performance center every day, getting better, getting better, getting better. Fallon can definitely get a push later on, but hey, look at Roxanne and Gigi, both women who have succeeded in NXT longer, nowhere near a title. Well, I mean, Roxanne did have a title. She is a former champion. Injury kind of took her out of that picture momentarily, but again, she's still being highlighted, still in good matches. She had a rivalry with Blair Davenport. You have that mid card of the show that's working towards that main event. Gigi's had some issues since she broke up with her and Jane. Since they broke up with Mandy and her crew, they've had a lot of issues of finding the right personality for Gigi. I think they made a mistake when they made Gigi a baby face, put Gigi heel, give her a push. But I think that's what NXT is about. You think about Bron Breakker, when he first hit the scene and he was that babyface Bron, it was going nowhere. They retuned him, redefined who he is as a character, and he struck oil. KJ, reread that. What do I got? What am I supposed to reread? There is 150 comments. Let me straight. KJ, did you see that Nikita Lyons twerking? Oh, twerking! Okay. All right, Victor. I missed the twerking part. Never missed the twerking part. Yeah, no, I actually saw her in a picture. Who was she in a picture with? But yeah, she loves being on social media. So I do expect her back sooner than later. All the rest of my answer still stands, Victor. Make Von Wagner the new berserker. We got that one. What did our buddy Von Wagner future Mania main event? It's hard to fully go that. I mean, yeah, I think he has the opportunity. You will need good heels in the future. He's big, he's strong, he's imposing, he's got a heelish look naturally. Yeah, I think there's a lot there. The NXT build of him, like the sympathetic babyface who's had a hard knock life, a little tricky. Where's Wendy Chu and Sol Ruka? Are they still injured? Sol Ruka is still injured, and I think she's still got some time on the shelf. Chu, I don't know. I know Chu was injured, but I don't know the extent. And maybe our lovely fact checkers out there have an idea of what's ailing Wendy Chu other than narcolepsy. Oh, we got a tag. Here comes Kalani. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking forward to both. I want to know more about Sol Ruka and see what else she can do. Wow, that was a botch. A little bit. I think she really took some contact there. The Street Brutes. I like what they're doing, the Brawling Brutes, in the absence of Sheamus, and them coming down and having a rivalry with an up and coming tag team. Not a terrible idea. Though I don't love just about everything about OTM at the moment. Reggie going from a sommelier to a hardened street thug seems a little bit of a stretch. And then, out of the mud, I don't necessarily care for either. Breaking news: NXT will move to CW. Eric, we've been all over that tonight. Big story coming out today. 5-year contract, big deal. I need a sock for. Oh, I got you. Thank you for clarifying. I really didn't need the clarification on that, my guy. Kalani forgot what she was doing there for a second. Oh! Springboard moonsault, and Kalani gets the W on Lola. No, on Elektra. How dare you? And Santina Jr. causing some issues. Okay. You shared your pizza with Balls Mahoney. Oh, okay. 2 Canadian girls having a little bit of an issue. RVD is awesome. Valid. GG, JC, and Thea should form a faction. There you go. Reprise it. Get the band back together. I mean, Thea might not be Mandy Rose, but it could still be kind of fun. And here we got Joe Gacy. Interesting. Again, lots of talk about what he's going to do. Speaking of talking about what he's going to do.
Speaking of lots of talk, I guess, is the way I could go with that one.
Right. RVD is awesome. RVD 420. RVD is going to fight Matt Riddle very soon. We're going to try to figure out when and where and catch it.
Yeah, it might be at an airport, but we'll see.
A landing strip outside of Tijuana.
No, there was one I wanted to get to. Well, just because of the name of Proponzo, let down your comments. No, NXT is moving it. Yes, we got that. I just the name. I was like, I have a joke.
Anyone wonders what Nick is thinking about? Well,
100%. Don't worry, it's just a fucking squirrel on a fucking wheel.
So we got a little selfie video from Joe Gacy trying to reaffirm himself in NXT, kind of as a solo guy. We'll see what that means. But yeah, we're getting the Alpha Academy twice tonight.
Fair enough. Well, I am also interested to see what we're going to get with Joe Gacy. And could you imagine if NXT signs Sami Callihan? The prodigal son has returned. Simon Crow has returned.
If you give him like that hackery gimmick and
don't do that. Don't do that. That's why he left in the first place.
No, but if you give like that, what's the name he gave himself? But anyway, if you give Callahan that kind of, that lights out, cause trouble, sneak up on everybody, heel, it's got so much legs in WWE. Now we'll see
and Gacy like that together. So
interesting. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Impact, I thought, he did some of his, if not all his best work in Impact. He's controversial, but he is teaming up with his old friend Moxley next week, and we will be here for that.
We'll be here. We're working out the semantics because they decided to go at 11 o'clock at night, but we're working out the semantics.
Well, yeah, I mean,
we are on. Again, the Ronda Rousey debut, by the way.
Yeah,
we're getting Jacob Fatu versus Masha Slamovich,
and we're getting
again validates my goddamn argument that why is she damn near equivalent, if not lower, than where she was in the men's in the Pro Wrestling 500. She is in the women's 250.
No, it still doesn't make any sense. I mean, and we all know how much you and I, champion Masha. Masha's, responded to her tag.
Like the Brady Bunch, Masha.
Right. But folks, just so you know, we are rolling through. As we say, we cover more live wrestling than everybody else. We're here all week long. We got more content coming your way. right through the weekend. We'll be back with 2 shows on Sunday and then another busy week on the channel as we head towards Full Gear, Nick. We're already getting Full Gear. But next Thursday, Anthony and Luna are going to be here for Impact Wrestling. Then Nick and I will be here for Wrestling Revolver. What did they put on this?
I'm not even going to try and guess the name on that. I was already just excited because Impact has Josh Alexander versus Will Ospreay, which I've heard rumblings that that's better than the Ospreay Mike Bailey match.
It could be 2 of my faves. I mean, absolutely, especially with my affection for fellow.
That is my guy versus your guy. That is right. That is literally like team captains going at it.
There you go. But yeah, no, absolutely huge night. Like I said, Anthony and Luna are going to take care of Josh Alexander and Ospreay, and then they're going to hand it off. We'll be back at 11 p.m. You heard me right. 11 p.m. Eastern time. Wrestling Revolvers on the West Coast, so they're going late. We're going to be here live for it, and it is stacked. The return of Ronda Rousey, a bunch of the matches Nick just listed off. You're not going to want to miss it.
Well, 100%. Nobody does it like we do, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. But 100% it is a great time to be a pro wrestling fan. Think about it. We've now going. Dawson's Creek and NXT are in the same cable package. Like,
right?
Let's think about that for a minute here. I can go and watch Sam and Dean on Supernatural and then go watch Brooks and Dunn here on NXT.
I don't want to wait for my push to be over.
As we're back from commercials, we've got a Ilya video package, but it's interesting we didn't get a big follow-up between Corbin and Ilya, at least so far.
Well, Corbin just confronted we were just here for it. Who did Corbin just confront? Vitamins.
He wore a leather jacket, and that distracted me because of his bald head, because he's just default asshole.
It's weird coming out of the Gigi and JC Jane feud. Neither woman came out with a great momentum. Gigi lost to Blair. Nick called it the best. I know you're itching to repeat it. But when they split up Gigi and Jane, they got it backwards.
100%. And that's the thing, is nobody came out this winning.
Right? Marty kicked Michael.
Facts. Well, honestly, I feel even awkward mentioning Marty Jannetty right now at this point.
Just keep your pet rabbits away from him. You'll be fine.
Just drugs are bad, okay? Drugs are bad. But
yeah,
vitamins are good. Drugs are bad.
Right.
But yeah, it's nobody benefited from that breakup. If anything, if this is where we were going to end up, you were better off just keeping them together, and they corrupt Thea, like somebody mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I still want to know Charlie Dempsey, Damon Kemp, and Miles. God damn it, Miles
Bourne. Miles Bourne. It's Miles Bourne.
Evan Bourne's distant, generic cousin.
Yeah, right. Generic word of the day, folks. Wesley, no. NXT in CW will get most viewers in CW history.
No.
Can you beat the Dawson?
Yeah, you can't beat Dawson. You can't beat the Vanderbeek.
Is he a college wrestler? Who?
Did I glitch or did you glitch?
I'm
somebody glitched. Okay, we're good.
Somebody glitched real bad.
Somebody gonna glitch real bad.
2 Martys. Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt like Gigi was the Michaels, and I felt like Gigi was the right choice to turn. JC did it, but they were both heelish, so it was tough. Yeah, they both need to be heels. Gigi needs to be a heel.
Yeah, but JC could have done it as the baby face of the sympathetic. Nobody like me. She could have been still like that. She could have been what they thought they were doing with making Cora Jade a baby face.
Right.
And Gigi, just her as baby face, like respectfully. Oh, like, no, did not work. I don't like the random graffiti house, and this is my trouble backstory. Well, I don't give a shit right now.
Chill out, Lacey Evans.
Whoa.
Corbin confronted Wesley. Thank you, Steve G.
There we go.
May affect your short-term memory. Ding.
We said it enhances something. We didn't say what.
There you go. Wagner and Corbin as a skyscraper type duo. I'm down. I'll take that. The Amazon is something. They'd work as a heel tag team.
What about Omos, the Colossus Omos?
Omos is MIA.
Well, I've heard the weird rumblings, and I cannot fully confirm this, of that there's the potential for a Longest Yard remake. And could you imagine
Omos as Kali?
Well, not even as Kali. I'm sorry, I broke it in your toy.
Oh, okay.
I love little Michael.
I just went giant route. I was like, would they put him in like the
Bob Sapp role?
Yeah, Bob Sapp instead. Okay. I believe in Joe Hendry. He's got a big match Thursday night, so tune in Thursday for our full coverage.
Well, and even then, he just had a big match to where he was taking on. You want to know why? Here's why with Simon Miller.
Is that one of your new fave things now?
No, it's that's literally his gimmick. So
no, it works.
Right. So I'm like, you got to pay tribute to the man. You got to pay the toll.
Right now, Otis has got Gulag, or he's kind of locked in a triangle.
No, he's not. Pin. He's got Gulag, not Gulag. Not Soviet Russia.
Please let me explain my issue. Tiffany is amazing. She is world class. Is ready for the main roster. Fallon needed this way more, in just my opinion. Yeah and no, but if they're planning to keep Tiffany around, and again, remember, it's very important to have an image with this brand. People aren't going to end up on the main roster as soon as we think. They might stretch their time out a little bit longer because they need familiarity there.
Well, and even then, Tiffany is your front of the pack. You're 100%. You're putting them on the posters, on the programs, all of that. And even if she doesn't move up from NXT super soon, she did get a good reaction and still had a good run, albeit short, as an NXT Women's Champion.
But for all we know, Nick, she wins the Iron Survivor. She goes on and regains her belt. It's a possibility. Then has another bit of a run before she goes up. Like, we don't know.
That's how much when you get Fallon that challenges her for it, and then you build up Fallon, and Fallon gets a spot and everything like that because you've got that rivalry embedded there.
Yeah. Some shit just has to marinate, don't rush things.
Exactly. This isn't all Tony Khan booking. Some things you gotta fucking let it sizzle.
Oh my God.
3. I like that even Otis sits there and hits the how you doing? As he hits the 1, 2, 3.
Our buddy might be done forever. Did you see that power bomb?
I'm just right now replaying a clothesline, and that man's fucking chest is in the front row. Oh, rude. I'm amazed the canvas held that man up because that man got planted.
Flatback or not, that's got to hurt your noodle.
That's got to hurt everything.
Speaking of
everything.
Everything. Oh, look who's with Tiff.
Who's spooky masked man here in the fucking corner?
That's Boa. He's every week now. He's been on 3 shows in a row. Boa. He was the brother of
Zia. I hardly know.
Right? Remember Xia Li had a brother that was like, they were both afraid of Mei Ying or whatever? That's him. But
why is he out here dressed like the fucking 3 ninjas from the fucking 90s? He
looks like he plays for the Tokyo Giants.
Wait, he's the Brooklyn Brawler out here.
We made a trade with the Giants. Oh, really? Not those Giants. That's what he looks like to me.
Oh, who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, they painted a friend. His face paint.
He's got the one.
That's what
little eye patch there.
Is face paint transfer? Like, is it transferable? Like, is
it face paint a transmittable disease?
Bo has been in the background 3-4 weeks in a row, and I keep laughing because the first week I couldn't remember his name, but he was the brother of Xia Li once upon a time.
Nobody cares.
I don't know what they're doing. They got to wipe the face paint off if I'm going to take him seriously. He can't show up with the baseball painted on his face like a mascot.
Like I said, he's a goddamn Brooklyn Brawler.
I wonder who Bo is talking to. I'm not sure who that was.
I wonder if I care.
I just hit the 100th like tonight. Holy shit, on a Tuesday. Thank you.
Got the club going up. On
this is where you insert, big things popping, little things stop.
Little things stopping up. The summer season never sleeps. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. I still feel like every time I do this, I gotta get away, and it won't, and stop it away.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just pulling the string.
There's a snake in my boat. Someone's poisoning the water hole.
But we are on another commercial break. It feels like the 12th commercial break of this 2-hour show.
It is seriously like.
We got very commercial heavy tonight.
It's a lot of thing pause. Like they're not even long commercial breaks. They're more of just change places. What's going on with Gable Stevenson? Is he getting released or stuck at catering? He's stuck in the fucking forever zone there.
They don't know. Yeah. That's an unknown. They got to let the dust settle and figure some shit out with that. I don't know the full story. So, yeah, I mean, give it time. I don't know if we'll see him back unless they have a plan.
But I do find it interesting. What if? Because now that they're under the TKO brand and they've got with UFC and everything, what if they just want to keep him there under contract? And we'll see where that chips may fall. If it gets to a point, we've got to let you.
Yeah.
Maybe we never see him in NXT ever again, but maybe we see him on a Contender Series or something like that.
Well, and I think you have that contract, and until you deem it no longer valuable, you hold on to it. So, I mean, he's out there. He made some appearances. There's been some news in the background. So, yeah, I don't know when we'll see him again, but they still own the rights to him as far as I know. Dante Chen was talking to Boa. Everyone's favorite tag team, Boa and Chen.
So we went from who to who?
The who and whoer.
Right. Well, this is who's on first and who's on second.
Yeah,
honestly.
But those two have been in the background, like randomly in random segments for a while now, and I'm like, what are they doing? Is it just like he doesn't know when not to be in camera shot?
Right, we're live, pal. It's just back there like, I paint your face.
Dun, 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 dun. Cats the musical. Is anyone else looking forward to Von Erich movie? 100%. The Claw is going to be good.
The Claw.
Zac Efron looks absolutely ripped. MJF's in the movie.
We're all in this together.
I was really curious how they were going to make Zac Efron look like a Von Erich. I think they did a pretty good job.
Baywatch.
He's been hanging out with The Rock again.
Well, yeah, we just went back to that Baywatch movie, and that was enough for you there.
Right. Up next, Tyler Bate versus Dijak.
So is that main event? As we're getting chased, who
the fuck are you talking to, lady?
JC's just pacing. Hey, what the fuck is going on? Like, all I need, me and Anthony could be the fucking extras right here behind this shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Who's the Jack lady?
I don't know, but
dirty pictures.
I don't want to know why we're hiding these pictures. Jeez, this is getting awkward. A lot faster than I thought.
Thea Hill has changed.
Yeah, she put on leather instead of polyester.
Next week, the tag champs are fighting.
Oh, so we're getting a tag team
What is
title defense
happening here,
next
though?
week.
What is
I
this
don't
mystery?
know, and I don't like it. Like, this is not good.
Like, is the family got secrets on Chase U? Did Andre pay them off?
Yeah, but it seems like literally like nudes or something. Like,
It's
you're not supposed to open other people's mail. Like,
is there
that's what
proof
I
that
know.
Andre's been hanging around fraternizing with the students again?
Yeah. I would hate that they did some shit like this, but this is just this gets awkward now.
Come back next week for the
Yeah.
band through the hourglass. These
Right.
are days of NXT.
Days of our lives.
Right? Like, guys, literally, again, once in a while, I know some of the critics out there, I don't love that segment. Now, some people are okay with it. I don't love it, but the rest of the show's been outstanding.
Right. We get maybe 5 to 10 minutes of bad NXT versus 5 to 10 minutes of good AW.
Yeah. Is this
Yeah, we got the Dijak in there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really letting Dijak and Tyler Bate bring it home tonight.
Yeah, this is gotta be your main event as we've got 20 minutes left here. But I still find it so funny that this is like just full Terminator meets Sin City.
100%.
Even they've got it with Tyler Bates now entrance and everything. He very much just looks like namaste. Even the gear is different. It's green and brown. Or burgundy.
There we go. There we go. The love guru, Tyler Bate, on the way to the ring. Who ordered the extra sausage? Curtis, you forgot 2 wrestlers. Does the Iron Claw? Oh, wait. Let's go back up. Because let's talk with Curtis. Iron Claw better, Ox Baker or Fritz Von Erich? Oh, I see what you're doing. And then somebody added on some names.
Fair enough.
I'm going with OG Von Erich. I don't care. Oh, Killer Kowalski might steal it. Some Canadian love there. Baron Von Raschke.
No, nobody in this class seen that though. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, big right hand from Dijak.
See money switching gimmicks mid statement.
Yo, you got to do it. I'm from Stinson. Wait, yeah, my brain's like, wait, hold on.
Does Dijak finally win?
Your shift, my guy.
I think Dijak has to win this match.
Okay. Do you think that though we still get the potential? Like I said, I don't even know if it's a thing that's going to happen, but everybody that's lost throughout the qualifying matches, you got a last man in. That's the last spot.
Possibly. One of my favorite moves, by the way, is the cheeky foot.
Oh, you like the cheeky Nandos?
Sole of the shoe to the forehead. Those pictures are only fan-worthy pics. There you go.
Coming soon to WWE Network only stands.
Well, it couldn't be too egregious because JC Jane didn't say anything, right? So you think it would have been something over the top, but what could it be?
I mean, she was over there, le gasp, le oh. So
it's proof that Duke and Thea Hale are in a relationship. Dun, dun, dun.
No, what it was is it was blank sheets of paper, and so we just insert that later of whatever we seem fitting.
Andre Chase, you are the father.
But Thea's out there. I didn't even know I was pregnant.
Yeah. Thea, you are the daughter.
What?
This is going to be a good match. I'll say it at least 3 commercial breaks. LOL. You might not be too far off, my guy.
Throughout this match or throughout the show? Because we're already past that.
Wow.
World body slam into the barricade from Dijak onto Bate, and that's got to be a setup for a commercial.
Here we go for commercial. We're back in commercial break, folks. Nick, I think it'd be a good time to remind everybody We're here all week long as we wrap up tonight. Keep getting into this chat. Let us know what's on your mind. But we're back tomorrow for Dynamite. Thursday, we got Impact. Friday, we got the doubleheader. Maybe more. Saturday, Collision. Sunday, we got the Dirt Sheet Debate. And I don't know, officially, the Wrestling Rewatch is kind of what we're calling it. So we got more coming your way.
Mystery Wrestling Science Theater 3000. I don't know.
Spenguli.
What?
We need the British strong style back. Need the big strong boy back.
Or you could just tune in tomorrow night to get Samoa Joe versus Keith Lee, and you're getting big beefy boys slapping meat paws.
AJ just saying, "Give me my baby back, baby back, baby back."
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Chili's, baby. The other white.
The family versus Chase U for the NXT tag titles next week. Yes, facts.
Yes, because he got the facts. He got the dirts.
I've heard Collision might be on Friday, KJ Nick. You might be right. Actually, let me confirm that for you. Because we were talking about that today.
Right. Because we might also have another trick or two up our sleeve when it comes to
There's
Friday.
so much going on.
Well, that's the thing. It's an overabundance of riches here.
I like it.
Ronnie, Big Nick, the Vikings want you for a new quarterback. Nah, Josh Dobbs got that. I can do a mean Mike Vick in a turkey bowl backyard, Nerf football game. No, yeah.
Wait. Where are you going with that?
Yeah, no, 100%. You've been out there and you're just slanging it, and you're passing the ball to your nieces and nephews and everything.
I heard Mike Vick in the backyard.
Mike Vick, you can just sit there and just fucking zig-zag there. I don't give a shit about the allegations. He's still one of my favorite players in NFL history. Bar none. Hall of Famer. That man was a human fucking joystick playing professional sports. He changed the game.
There you go. I'll take your word for it.
Dijak pulls it off for the win. Will be a good win for Dijak. No shit, Sherlock? Yes. Another AW wrestler in the Iron Claw movie, Ryan Nemeth plays Gino Hernandez. Gino.
Yes, he does.
AKA Jobber number 5.
Gino Hernandez not a jobber, man.
I don't know.
A legend. Oh! Wow, they came out of that commercial hot.
Sounds like I might go and get a slice from Gino over here instead of,
expecting
him to be a star.
AEW announces special Friday night episode of Collision for the eve of Full Gear. So next Friday, guys. So because Full Gear is on a Saturday.
Hallelujah. Thank
Collision,
you, Tony Khan. Thank you.
So we are jam-stacked coming up. 8 p.m. 8 to 10 p.m. So Collision. Wait. AEW returns. Tickets on sale September. Oh, sorry, I read the wrong thing. What time is it airing at? Is it going head to head? Yeah, it is head.
Okay, so next week we get SmackDown versus Collision. But hallelujah, thank you, Tony Khan, that we're getting an AW pay-per-view on a Saturday, because them 5, 6, 7 hour shows on a Sunday. Don't you put this evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
AW special Friday.
Don't you take all of my bit of joy from me.
Don't take my joy.
Choke slam and then a 2 count from Dijak here. Jobber, not drummer, 3 hours next Friday. AW. Gino Hernandez, famous quote, "I am your champion. I am not the father." I don't know. Yep, next Friday. Dijak wins.
Next Friday. Right on.
So there we go. Tilt-a-whirl.
Do you Roman or no Roman on SmackDown that night? Does it matter?
Yee-hee. Yaha. Yoo-hoo.
Look at this.
No, I don't think so. Oh.
Yeah, 3 hours of NXT of AEW on the eve of 6 hours of AEW.
I think Tyler Bate and Claudio just need to be a team together and just call them fucking Tilt-a-whirl or something like that. 95% of their offense is just like, how much can I spin you?
Are you dizzy yet?
Oh, right.
Oh, look at this. That was awesome, actually. Wait, Bate went down like he hit him.
Yeah, because it was the dizzy fucking. This is two drunks at a bar trying to get up
This
right
is,
now.
yeah. this is me and Nick after our
Well,
6
right.
hours
This is what
live and
you see
arguing with each other.
when we go off there. You son of a bitch.
Oh, huge clothesline by Bate.
1, 2, 2 count, 2 count, 2 count.
Greatest jobber of all time to me has to go to Brooklyn Brawler. I think you're accurate on
Nice.
that one. Did it well. Boa and Dante were planning something backstage.
Wore it with a painted baseball on his face, too.
Right? They were planning on how to get TV time, and they figured out the perfect way.
They remind me of like the fucking mime gimmick from WCW. Do you remember that? Where the man's pulling like cards out of his mouth and everything.
Yeah. I just picture Boa with the baseball painted on his face, man. I can't help it.
Oh, roast flips out of the bell-to-back suplex. Dijak fired up here.
I'll be back.
Twister fucking front of boot. Like, I haven't seen that before. Normally it's a turning like head kick instead of a boot. Oh, we triggered the balloons. What happened? Oh, we got a thumbs up bubble there.
Pause.
I'm gonna laugh if no one on the actual live stream sees.
We're the only ones that can see it.
And we're just like, damn, they're really on the vitamins right now.
I hope.
Does no one see the purple unicorn right now, or is that just me?
You and I having the same hallucinations would only be apropos, my friend.
100%. I have very much said you are the husband to my wife.
I'm the husband to your wife. Wait, what?
What?
What if Tozawa joins with Boa and Dante Chan? I mean, again, I see why you suggest that, but I think Tozawa's doing his thing with the Alpha, and Boa and Chan aren't doing shit.
Well, now you're combining, ninjas and all of that. Now we're just getting the Foot Clan. Who plays Super Shredder? Dijak.
We got a winner.
Yeah, feast your eyes, by the way. When's the last time you fucking hit that in a hot minute?
Yeah, MVP. Yeah, that's exactly what I envisioned. Yeah, Dijak gets a clean win on Bate.
Remember, this was the guy that was having bangers with Keith Lee, and now Keith Lee is going to have a match with Samoa Joe, and we're hoping for a resurgence. Meanwhile, we've got Dominic Dijakovic, who went from Maze to Dijakinita. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's had some bad. I mean, remember he broke his finger, and it was disgusting. Dijak survives. Dude, you got to do the Arnold for that.
Yeah.
Dijak survives.
Listen to me.
Iron Mike Sharp, Canada's greatest athlete. There's a classic jobber, Steve. Just you guys. Just us guys. That'd be funnier.
That's going to be, instead of the guys TV show, we'll just do ours of this, and it'll just be just you guys.
Oh, this is what we're wrapping the show with. Lots of time on the clock.
Let's go. Yes, slip
wins.
aside, get loose. More punch than a bowl of juice.
Yeah, I felt like Dijak had to win that match. He's had a lot of good matches that he came up short, right? He went against Carmelo. He went against Ilya. Like, he's catching guys on the up. So he needed this win. Get him in that match. I mean, I wouldn't even mind if he wins it, but we'll see who else is in it.
He fits in the match. I don't know if he wins it. That's the thing. He's 100% a top guy right now in NXT.
Right. Is this commercial break 14, 15? What the fuck are we on now?
6, 7, 8, 9.
What's this Iron Survivor thing? So Boston, they have a match which it's kind of like a gauntlet match. And if you get pinned, you got to go to the penalty box, and then you sit out for 2 minutes, but you only get 5 minutes. But
it's like the TNA booking meant hockey. You got a fucking penalty box out of nowhere. If you win the match, you didn't actually win it. You got to go and serve a suspension. Yeah.
I'm going to Wiki. I'm going to read the official description of this shit.
Oh, God. Good luck with that. Lucy Money, trick in the house, big meaty man slapping meat paws. Whoop that trick. They'll
right.
probably
NXT
do like a last
No,
chance match with the losers for the qualifying matches. I thought
yeah.
they'll do that.
Usually, I like that idea. The Iron
Right.
Survivor Challenge is a 25-minute match that features 5 wrestlers. 2 wrestlers start the match, and every 5 minutes, another wrestler enters, with the 5th and final participant entering at the 15-minute mark. The objective is to earn the most points before the time expires. Points are earned by scoring pinfall, submission, or being the victim of a disqualification. A
High sticky.
wrestler, yeah, a wrestler who is pinned, submitted, or disqualified goes in the penalty box for 90 seconds. The wrestler with the most points at the end of 25 minutes is deemed the winner. If there is a tie, those who are tied enter sudden death overtime. And this is hockey. The winners of the men and women, blah, blah, blah.
We got a shootout. I agree with Boston, though, 100% here. Sounds confusing. I like it.
It does sound confusing. What I will say about the first time they did this is they did a good job. When you have the timer on the screen and everybody starts pitting everybody, it gets kind of fun. But it's not. I mean, we'll see what happens this year. I mean, it wouldn't be my go-to like annual thing they do, but it's different. It's theirs.
It's different. It's unique as shit.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to do it because no one else can figure it out.
So there's 25 minutes on the clock, and again, if you're the last person to come out, you only get 15 minutes to pin somebody, where other athletes who go in earlier have already been getting points.
But you're also a fresh man.
But then you're a fresh man, and everyone else isn't. So there's pros and cons. The 90-second penalty can kill you.
How many commercial breaks is this now? Do they match right? I feel like they might have.
I feel like tonight was commercial heavy.
By the way, though, with the whole Cody Rhodes, small soldiers, wow, good God, poster for War Games. I'm waiting for Team Cody Rhodes, Team Can't Beat Roman, whoever's the captain, to come out looking like Team Hogan with Sting and Marco from Fall Brawl with a fucking commando face paint and everything.
Yeah, when I sent you the picture last night and you responded with small soldiers, I fucking popped. A, because I love that movie. I don't care. Judge me. And B, on point.
I am leader of the Argonauts.
I seen that shit in theaters when I was a youngster. I liked it.
Whoa.
Take
our ass like a sumbitch.
Fun fact: while in Mid-South Wrestling, Iron Mike Sharp didn't wear an arm strap until he arrived in WWE. That is like deep fact. That's a good one.
Fun fact: I don't know who Mike Sharp is.
Canadian. Is there a woman counterpart? Because no, there is. So kiss my ass.
Wait, what?
Me and Boston are having a moment. You mind your own business.
Fair enough. You can have that.
Your side. That's all there is to it. He's trying to stir a pot.
There is a woman. That. Not even what I'm mad at.
Tiffany Stratton has already qualified for the women's Iron Survivor. Dijak has qualified for the men's.
Oh, no, I get you. Yes, my guy.
Don't that's see 2 of them. We're getting 2 at headline, and we'll be here live.
Well, no, he was out here saying how Luna's his favorite now and everything like that because she's a fucking Pats fan and a Bruins fan and everything. I was like, you remember, motherfucker? Like, I can just probably go down a couple. I can take a drive and find you.
Boston, take it back. Nick wants to be everyone's favorite. Take it back.
Fuck you.
Take it back. You can't do that. He's closer. I really hope Fallon finds her way into the match. Maybe. Possibly. KJ and Nick, do you see AEW having a King of the Mountain match since Double J is in AEW? Anything's possible.
Oh, God. If they have that, oh, my God.
Anything's possible.
Vince Russo needs to be somewhere involved.
How do you like this?
He already said that he was having a meltdown preemptively of like, well, Meltzer, where are you going to blame NWA not getting the CW deal because of me? It's like, no one was talking about you, asshole.
Well, it was the same thing with the TNA thing of like, If you're gonna do it, you got to talk to me or it's horseshit. And you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know if that's the right plan of action. Whoop
so we're getting the face off. As they're even planning to into the whoop that trick if he's got it on his vest there. Is it apropos that Trick's that Carmelo's wearing a snakeskin shirt?
Mm-hmm. Undial 91 and put the phone down, my guy.
Hold on. Fair enough. No, I thought I made a good point of this man's wearing snakeskin as he's out here trying to prove he ain't a snake in the grass.
Last week we were talking about the Shawn Michaels leather jacket.
Right.
Like, they're getting deep, looking like Jake the Snake out here.
Blindfold.
For the women's Iron Survivor, I hope Gigi gets in the match and wins it. She needs momentum right now. She needs something. She needs a spark in a big motherfucking way.
Right.
Trick gonna be a star fast. He's got it. You're not wrong. Yeah, I'm with Nick.
I would hope so.
Check out TNA back in the day, Eric. Yeah, it's worth a watch, Chambers.
If you want to laugh, yes.
That's what we should commit. We should throw that out to Anthony and Luna about the King of the Mountain match. Maybe they do
that's why I mentioned the blindfold match. I was like, oh, you do the electrified cage match? Like, there's a fucking litany of the back catalog. There's a reverse battle royal. No one knows the term reverse battle royal outside of you've watched TNA.
Yeah. That's another do that. Yeah, I think we're onto something here, folks.
Right. Do you want to what? We're fucking when Homer Simpson goes to hell here. You want to watch TNA? Well, here, have all the TNA you can enjoy. You're going to go through all the shit that they put out before. Right. Yeah, it wasn't always good times.
Yeah, right. Queen of the Hill. Yeah, see, we'll have a king and a queen. Just like the ring.
King of the mountain.
Carmelo in the ring. Yep. It was a heel. It was a heel of a show tonight. I don't know how to take that.
Did you do it? Did I do what, Trick? Is it interesting, though, that Trick's talking down to Mello just stature-wise?
Yeah.
This is Diesel and HBK.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the pixelated picture on the screen. Like, a slowly move away, and you're like, it's Triple H!
Frame by frame. Like, did he get both feet in bounds?
I'm waiting for, that's what they kept zooming in on that pixelated shit. And then, of course, JR of, that son of a bitch.
That Jezebel.
Shit.
By the way, no one knew the term Jezebel until you heard JR.
Mm-hmm. Carmelo Hayes is the next Carmelo is the next challenger for Seth. I think that's a leap.
I'd be here for it, though. I'd watch it.
Be a hell of a match. Athletically, those two would be extremely
good. That's this thing called AEW. If you put the match together before you put the story together.
Yeah.
I want to have my moment. I want to have my main events. It's still amazing to me how Trick has gone from afraid to climb a mini ladder to arguably should be on the main roster. Like, you could see this on a Monday Night Raw right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about it. CW brings the drama. I don't want to wait. Come on, I don't want to wait. Down, damn it. Come on, Mello, to be over.
Well played.
Right.
That is amazing. Do you think Jim Cornette will be at AEW? Oh, no. I bet
no. You want to know how I know he won't be there? Because that already came and passed.
That's also part of the facts. And he publicly declined to be there. And he wouldn't.
He couldn't find someone to take the 2-for-1 deal with him. He had the one. He needed the two.
And let's be real. There's several people that smack him in the side of the head the minute he walked in the door.
Let's be honest. That was for Twitter clicks.
That 100%.
For, to get viral. That's the weird thing.
Grandstanding.
Well, not even grandstanding. It's like punching below your belt, like punching below the waist here. Like, You don't need if you don't want to acknowledge his critique of your company, why the fuck are you offering him tickets to your fucking show?
I think he was, everyone's got to be a smartass, my guy.
Oh, I know, but I get that. But it's one of those of you're hurting yourself by doing that. Then you're ever gonna win.
But when Jim Cornette has more viewers than you do, it's worth a swing.
But that's a fucking statement in itself that Jim Cornette has more viewers than you do.
Wait. Who is this?
Who?
Lexus King. Lexus King.
Bro, he looks disproportionate. Like his top half is way bigger than his bottom half.
Man, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about that.
Bro, he looks like if you played like, a backyard like baseball game or something like that. Like this is the guy that's coming up to just hit nothing but home runs and dingers because this fucker ain't running to second base. Like this man's got, he's the reverse T-Rex. He's got big arms and little legs.
So Brian Pillman botches his sunglass spot. If anyone caught that, he was trying to put his sunglasses into a pocket that was sewn shut. And then
I don't know. I think he already botched his fucking hair dye job there.
There you go.
Words, they're difficult.
Sometimes. Yes, it's true, Jason. Talking about it all night.
Right.
5-year deal with the CW network starting 2024. October.
Yes.
Yeah, Eric, check it out on YouTube. It's worth a watch. It's funny as shit. Is the Iron Star? I believe it is for a number one contender, Nick.
Yes. Does this feel weird that Lexus King has interjected himself into this? Like this is what you had for him. I don't think he needed this. I
don't. Well, I mean,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
You don't like him being in the middle, like stirring the pot? What if it was him?
At this moment? Oh,
trick punch Carmelo.
That's the only spot. That's the only redeeming. They made me eat my words in one spot right there. I didn't like that until I was aiming to punch him and I punched you in the mouth because this is gonna be the fucking story.
Slapping Trick's
this
hand.
Is your Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano of NXT right now.
Yeah, valid. But what if it was Pillman that did it? And again, if I'm thinking of this from a perspective of booking Pillman, you're interjecting him into two of the biggest stars in the company right now. And if one of them is moving on, Pillman versus Trick in the future works well for me.
But did you need to do that now or could you have done that later?
No, now that Pillman's here, what do you want Pillman to do? If you want to take him serious,
I will give you that. Like to me, that spot and that's so good to end on the shot of Carmelo's face, and he's just the mean mugging and everything. Like like I said, I was fully 100% felt a certain way, and then they turned around and made me eat my words in one spot because the second that he went to punch Pillman and hit Carmelo. Oh, okay. So now we've got a reason that allows Pillman to be there. And now we're layering this story between Trick and Carmelo.
Yeah, no. And I understand what your criticism was because there is a valid argument of, is this a leap for Pillman? This could be a very early make or break for Pillman of you got to hang. You got to be convincing. I mean, he fumbled a little bit tonight where maybe we'll see. He's green as shit. And now you're jumping.
Deadline qualifier. You don't put him here. You put him in a deadline qualifier.
He might be in the deadline qualifier, to be honest.
Yeah, but so then don't put him here. Don't double dip.
But what if, again,
like you George Costanza, don't double dip.
Right? But then the other side of the argument is where you had the epiphany again. But is him causing a little bit of, Trick punches Mello. Now we're, oh, shit. Might not have happened without
just a placeholder. Like, could have anybody been there? Could have been a ref that's trying to break them up, and he's trying to push the ref away, and he punches Carmelo. Like, that's the thing is that's not a spot that was key on Lexus King being there. That could have been anybody there.
I guess. I guess if you're Shawn Michaels, you're thinking you got to put him in the spotlight, and that's the biggest spotlight tonight. You put him in the main event window,
Deadline,
and you get some eyes.
Build.
Build to deadline, but
no, you put him in a qualifying match. Like I don't know if you slow play, you dip your toes, you let it simmer, you marinate that shit a little bit.
Get him going. Let's go. I want to know what he can do. Nick, didn't that Woo energy drink feel like Poochie? Whenever
I need to go now. My planet needs me.
Yeah, it's not being drank.
When Ric Flair isn't on screen, we should all be asking, "Where's Ric Flair?" Sorry.
No, it's all good. I wouldn't want to hang out with TK either. He would I want to hang out with. Oh, did you click away? Oh, that's the one I just tried to read that. You talked all over it, so we moved on. Why wouldn't you hang out with TK? I would 100% TK call me. I'm down to hang out, bro. He smokes weed and he's rich.
I don't know, Father James Mitchell. You're gonna lose that TV deal real quick.
Hey, I came to party. Let's go.
For a little piece of change.
I'm getting fucked up.
I'd rather hang out with Paul than I would with TK. Keep it a buck.
Who?
Paul, Triple H.
Oh, if I had to pick between them two, yeah. I'm gonna go with my GOAT. Like that's my guy. That's my best ever. That might be an NWA sponsor, perhaps.
Okay. No. Oh no, I didn't read the comment. I was like, wait, what?
We're losing.
No. Let's see. They released Mandy Rhodes for that exact reason. She's already that irrelevant that I'm forgetting her name there.
Who?
Right hand.
Lacey Evans?
There we go. Thank you. That was literally, like I said, I already forgot her name.
Limitless Lacey.
Yeah, sure.
But folks, we will take a rating out of 10 on the show, and we're going to make this one quick as we run to the door after a late night last night. We will be back at it tomorrow night. It's going to be a fun one. Dynamite is stacked up. We'll see what it's got for us.
Sorry, I'm rapid fire. Right, 8.5, 7, 8, 8, 7 out of 10. If Lexus King doesn't change his entrance music to nothing but a good time, I'm writing.
What about smoking in the boys' room?
Like I said, it's got to be some hair metal shit, 100%. What was the song? I know they did it as a dark match, but to where it was Jensen from Brooks and Dunn there, Briggs and Jensen there, that came out. Fucking Nost Malone had it, and he had an actual, like, it was Kansas or something. Like I'm blanking on it. Yeah. Talk to the peoples. I'll try and see if I can find that real quick.
Right. Get rid of the Hogan beard makeup, Lexus. That might be a good idea. Is Brett Mike? Yeah, that's Brett Michaels.
That man is painted on mustache. He's C. Montgomery Burns. What did I tell you about shaving them sideburns?
Right. This might be the way to get Luna to watch NXT. Is say a Brett Michaels lookalike is hanging out on the show. Big announcement. He got onion rings. I'm too late in the stream to deal with that. Is
onion rings? Can we have onion rings?
Sound delicious. The fridge is calling my name. Is Randy Orton
no one knows what it means.
Right. Is Randy Orton taking a spot Seth Rollins at War Games? A lot of people are rumoring or expecting. Often we get 5-on-5 with War Games. Could it be Drew and Orton?
Ooh. Interesting. Well, we talked about it earlier. Is Seth involved in the War Games match?
Yes.
Could we get is it confirmed he's in?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't know it was confirmed. I was going to say maybe we get a Seth versus Orton match or something like that.
Well, I don't think so. I think Seth is in the War Games. I could be corrected, guys. I'm
fair enough.
Based on what I saw, I think he's in there.
By the way, I found out the song I was trying to reference earlier. Yeah, so Josh Briggs used Journey's Separate Ways.
Oh, okay.
Worlds Apart. Someday love will find.
That was right?
As it was a dark match, but that's
Mhm.
the thing is WWE starting to
Mhm.
tiptoe with that of,
Yeah.
all right, Tony, well, we'll just do the cool things you do, just much better.
Well, that's the one thing is I will say I do enjoy the fact that AEW and Tony's willing to pay for songs. I do like it. I like a good sing along. The songs that we recognize that aren't Judas are great. Except Wild Thing. I hate
No,
that.
you have ruined Major League for me, Tony Khan and John Moxley.
I
I
feel like
can't now watch Major League
right?
1, 2, or
It
3.
is. I feel like the owner
Rick
up in
Vaughn,
the
Charlie Sheen has already been ruined even more.
yeah, I feel like the owner up in the box when they call out for Vaughn. I hate this
That
fucking
fucking
song.
sucks.
That's what I feel like after hearing it for the last 2 years. They're 3. 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 7. Everyone's pretty close to 7 tonight. I think I'm like a 7, 6.5, 7. I didn't,
I don't think it was bad. I think it's much like Raw. It's floating around that 7.
yeah. I mean, Dijak was decent. Good win for Dijak. Tiffany was here. Big win. The tag match between the ladies was meh. It got got through. It was a little clunky. The main event left us the last spot there with Trick, and now we're still wondering, but nothing really happened. So a little bit of a dull ending.
I'm wondering
that
if
in the middle.
through this kind of bridge between Crown Jewel and Survivor Series, maybe the closer we get to Survivor Series, we might move from a C plus or a B grade to a B plus and A grade and everything. But right now, I think we're right in that like 6, 7 range for a good chunk of shows here.
Yeah, we'll see. And again, I think it's that kind of we just came off Crown Jewel, we just came off other things. We're slowly
Halloween
building.
Havoc.
Yeah, we're building the stuff that's coming. Makes sense, Nick. I agree with you. Great stream. You guys have a good night. Chambers, thank you as always. But yeah, we will make a last call. Click on the last few here.
Closing time. How is it so apropos though that there's a CW deal and now I'm like that fits just too well right now. I'm sorry, anything like 90s alt rockish like Dawson's Creek, Closing Time, fucking Gilmore Girl, any of that type of shit. Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles.
In Canada, we had a thing called Big Shiny Tunes, and it was like an annual CD that came out from our version of MTV. So we'd get it was like the hot pop alt song. So it was like
we had Now That Is Music.
It was closing
whatever
time.
number, and you're like shiny pop records. Like, what?
It really was. 7 out of 10 NXT, good match. And actually, now that you bring this up, Boston, I might give it a 10 out of 10. They had a qualifier for both male and female. There was 2 female matches as well, 3 actually. I mean, I feel like they did a really good job with the equality.
I'm gonna go on record and personally hate that we got into that, like it went that way. I'm gonna just leave it as that.
All right, Mr. Cornette, we'll leave it there.
Oh, you motherfucker. Treat it like boxing. That man just snuck
cover it up.
Like a son of a bitch right out the back door, right as the bell rang. Snuck a fucking liver shot.
I was waiting for King to bust out.
Pause.
Pause.
You can't say that after all that.
Right. Is there any matches sorry, Nick. Any match you're looking forward to tomorrow night? I mean, I want to see what the street fight is. It's going to be a shit show. Danny and MJF are going to tear it down.
I'm excited for that. The match that I would still say I'm looking forward to the most is honestly Joe Keith Lee. I think honestly, especially now Joe's passed the record for longest reigning Ring of Honor TV title. We could see a passing of the torch here a little bit.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking forward to that match as well. My only fear, I said this earlier, I really hope TK does things correctly. I think if you open with Danny and MJF, unless there's like a fuck finish, it's might outshine the rest of the show. and make the rest of the show feel really, especially if we wait all the way to the main event. The main event is the Big Slow and Jarrah
But do you
Slow.
open with that? Do you open with? That's the thing that's the weird question. You come out of the gate fumbling out the blocks.
Maybe they're just like, we'll put our biggest names out there.
We're just gonna eat that on the shins, and hopefully we can recover.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I technically don't think we should be booking this match in 2023, but that's not my job. I think
we'd like it to be our job.
Yeah, well, no kidding. I think Lexus King is another swerve, makes you think it was him, but ultimately it was Carmelo. Dun, dun, dun.
And it was Carmelo in the library with a candlestick.
CFNY, yes. Like, what are you referring to? But yeah, no.
All I could think of was CKY.
CTV?
CTV, CBC, 1, 2, 3.
Right. CFNY 102.1 The Edge.
What?
That's what I'm just referring to. That.
No, you're fine. I also, it fits with this also as well. I apologize. I got way too disrespectful today. I feel bad.
You just got here, clearly, Eric.
Right, you're new here.
You were perfectly fine, my guy.
Inside everything is a rainbow. Welcome to hell, my guy.
Yeah, no, you. There's nothing that made me feel like you were being disrespectful. We are the place that you can come and give all your wrestling opinions. We will not block you just because we disagree with you. As long as you keep the gloves above the waist, unlike what I just did a couple seconds ago, yeah, you're good to go.
Treat it like boxing. Stick and move.
Right? Keep those gloves up, folks. Keep it clean. Have a good one. But yeah, no, come back anytime, Eric. Tell your friends.
No Tyson Fury elbows. No.
The Edge, Great Rock 90s. There you go. That's what and then it changed and it got really alty emo. So that's my opinion. The Jericho Big Show match is next week. I thought it was tomorrow. Is it next week? My bad. I thought it was tomorrow.
It could be either or. They kind of move like tectonic plates.
So I thought it was tomorrow.
We don't know if it'll happen today. It might happen in 2 years.
Well, my opinion will be the same next week if it's there.
Right. The opinion will not change on that one.
Do you like the last question, and then we're going home? But do you like 3 Days Grace? You know 3 Days Grace?
I'm trying to remember it. Well, that's the thing.
I hate everything about you.
Mosh of like, I feel like I'm gonna name an alternative song, and it might be them, and it might not be.
Right. Well, I mean, they're Canadian.
Is it hey?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, you asked my question. You asked the question.
I just want to know.
I'm very much a child of that whole genre. Granted, I went towards more like the metal and everything. Like I'm a Slipknot head, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely Slipknot. But 100%. Nick has a 3 Days Grace poster on his.
No, but
all he's got is Creed
in my house. Wait,
there's no room for the 3 Days Grace. It's all Creed posters.
Hello, my friend. Well, by the way, they have the superpower. You got to just believe in, Creed. But no, 100%. MCR is huge in my household. So, like, I actually even got, wifey, big fan of. I even got all when they re-released all of their albums on vinyl, and they all did different colorways and everything like that. That was birthday present to them.
Yeah, no, MCR was good once upon a time. I had my phase with them.
When I was a young boy,
where we go home
started the stream.
Look at AJ throwing shit out. But anyway, folks, before we keep everyone here all night long, we're gonna say goodnight. Make sure you click all those links below. Make sure you join us. Please, please, please be a friend. Tell a friend. Like, share, subscribe. Be a part of all that fun stuff. We got so much content coming your way. We're getting closer to the year-end awards and so much else. All the pay-per-views and everything you could, your little heart could desire in the wrestling world. Big Nick.
Big things popping, little things stopping up to something. Season never sleeps, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you better put that full life with it.
See you on the flip side, folks, and get away, get away, get away, get away.